The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Draft day is finally here. What will the Jets do tonight? We'll talk about the latest. Matt O'Leary joins me. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Live coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft on historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. As your New York Jets look for their next superstar. Some of your favorite analysts will join Jake to break it all down. Get ready for the next round, Asmaniacs. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. It is draft day. We say hello to our good friend, Matt O'Leary. Matt, happy draft day. We finally have made it. The New York Jets are on the clock with the number 7 overall pick in a few short hours. How are we feeling?
I can't wait. I feel like a kid on Christmas Eve getting ready to go down and open my presents the next morning because I'm just ready to find out what it is we're getting. We've talked a ton about a million different names, and tonight we'll finally know our answer. So I'm pumped up.
Let's go, baby. And I want to point this out for those of you asking. I was able to add some additional tickets to our draft party later tonight. So if you want to join me, Fireman Ed, and about 200 Asmaniacs, you still can. The Knicks game will be on the TVs. The draft will be on the speakers and the main projector. It's going to be a great night. Come on down and watch the draft with us. I'll be going live on this channel for an immediate reaction right after the Jets make their pick at 7, unless they trade back, or maybe they trade up. I guess we will find out tonight. I want to start with this, though, Matt. Daniel Jeremiah's final mock draft. And Jeremiah is as good as anyone when it comes to prognosticating how the draft will go. This was his final mock. I'll pull it up here on the screen. He has the New York Jets selecting Armand Membu at pick number 7. So all the talk about a defensive player, a lot of talk about Tyler Warren, but it's Membu at 7 to the New York Jets. If that's how it plays out tonight, how would you feel if that's the decision that Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn make?
I'd feel pretty good about it. And if you were to ask me today, and this has been my stance for a while, from a prediction standpoint, this is who I think it's going to be. I'm a Tyler Warren believer, and that's who I would really want for the New York Jets to take. But Membu makes a ton of sense for this team. They desperately need a right tackle to fill out the rest of their offensive line. You feel pretty good about 4 of the 5 pieces. And that's a premium position. Offensive tackle has to be looked at, even on the right side, as a premium position. Should help the Jets in the run game, should help protect Justin Fields. So if that is the pick tonight, I would completely understand it. And I think it would be a good pick for the Jets.
So I have no issue with taking Membu. The question I would simply have is, are they going to take him over Mason Graham? Because in this mock draft, if you look at it, Graham is on the board. He's available. So the idea of Graham falling, which once upon a time, there was no way that was a possibility. You look at this mock here, Mason Graham goes immediately after Membu at 7. He goes at number 8 to the Carolina Panthers. Tyler Warren was there as well. He was available at 10. And this is the question I've had. Like, what would the Jets do if it plays out where Membu, Graham, and Tyler Warren are all there? Jeremiah has them taking Membu. I think Graham could be in play. I certainly think Warren could be in play. And what's interesting about this mock, it's Kelvin Banks, who's been rising, it feels like, going 1 pick in front of the Jets at number 6. So just your thoughts on this, these pool of players being available and still ultimately going with Membu.
Yeah, so I do think Mason Graham would be under serious consideration if he's on the board for the New York Jets. And honestly, that's just about the only defensive player that I'd be interested for the Jets at pick number 7. I think they need to go offense, but if Graham's the pick, hard for me to be upset with it because I think he's a top 5 player in this draft and it is at a position of need. I get it. Some people think he's maybe too similar to Quinnen Williams. I don't really view it that way. I think they'd both be able to have success on the interior of this defensive line. Again, I'm going to stick with Membu if all three are available, that the Jets will decide to go with the offensive line. I was a little surprised to see Banks going in front of Membu, though. That would be a surprise to me. If the Raiders are going offensive line, I think it would be Membu. And then that opens up a whole nother can of worms. Where do the Jets pivot at that point? Would it be a pivot to Mason Graham? Would it be a pivot to Tyler Warren? So that really, the pick in front of the Jets was the one that surprised me a little bit more.
Here was the analysis on the Membu selection from Jeremiah. Quote, I think this pick comes down to Membu versus Penn State tight end Tyler Warren for new GM Darren Muji and head coach Aaron Glenn. They choose Membu, who slides in as the right tackle, potentially the final piece to the Jets' offensive line overhaul over the last few years. Here's a look at what the projected Jets offensive line would look like with Armand Membu at right tackle. On paper, this is the best offensive line the New York Jets will put on a field since 2010, and I don't even think it's up for debate.
Yeah, you're 100% right. It's from left to right, you'd have to feel pretty good about it. It's 3 first-round picks, right? And a second-round pick in there in Joe Tippmann, John Simpson, the free agency edition, who honestly was one of the better Joe Douglas free agency editions of his tenure. I know that was, a guy who kind of flew under the radar. I don't think many Jets fans knew who John Simpson was before coming to the Jets, but he was really good in year one. They landed Olu last year. Joe Tippmann, I thought, stepped up in year 2 and was a solid starting center. And AVT finally healthy at right guard. I think this would be potentially, again, potential because it's all on paper. You got to see it actually on the field, but a potential top 10 unit in the NFL.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is draft day. I want to remind everyone that if you're watching this show, you still have an opportunity to join us tonight at our first ever draft watch party at Clinton Hall in New York City. Join me, Fireman Ed, and your favorite Jake Asman Show listeners. It's going to be a great night. Click the link in the description. Check the pinned comment. Or if you're watching live right now, click the link I'm posting in the live chat, and it will take you to the ticket website where you still can lock in your spot to join us tonight at Clinton Hall for the watch party in New York City. Comments, questions, super chats, they'll cut the line. A couple other things I want to get into with Matt, but first we will shout out Doug, who sends in a super chat. I don't know what form of currency this is. It says 100, but I don't think that's 100 US dollars, Matt, but I'll pretend in my mind it is, because Doug, the developer, wants to know thoughts on Simmons/Schrager raising concerns that the best offensive line are usually from elite programs like LSU or USC. Kind of makes me nervous about Membu. If you believe a guy's great, he's great. I'm not really concerned about his school. And also, let's not act like Missouri is like some like unheralded college program. They play in a major conference against elite competition.
Yeah, I was going to say it's really to me about the competition that they play. And I don't think we can get lost in scouting the helmet. That's one of the things that bothers me the most about discourse on these college players coming into the NFL going, well, a guy 5 years ago from this school came out and didn't play well at his position, so this guy can't make it. I hate that argument, honestly. And I understand what he's saying, right? Like, obviously, LSU, they play in the SEC. That's a really dominant conference, but I'm not really concerned about that with Membu. Now, if your argument is, yeah, he's maybe the best overall tackle prospect in this class, and it's not that great of a class, I think that's maybe more legit. Like if you wanted to compare it to last year's, tackle class, he's probably like the 4th or 5th best tackle if he was coming out last year. I think that would be a legitimate criticism here, but him going to Missouri, I don't think should be held against him.
All gifted memberships are double for this one show to get in the raffle. You ready for this? Justin Fields, signed helmet. Aaron Glenn, signed helmet. Curtis Martin, signed helmet. And a DeBrickashaw Ferguson, signed helmet. Meaning, you give 5 memberships, you actually get 10. You give 10, you actually get 20. You give 20, you actually get 40. Draft day special only. An awesome way to get in the Asmaniac raffle for this week. Mark Hyman is in for 2 because he became a channel member and he signed up himself. Mark, welcome aboard. Super chat here from This Is Los. This is great content. Warren/Membu, please. Actually, he says, thanks for the great content. Well, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
great content, Los. I am good with Warren. I am good with Membu. As much as I don't want a defensive player, I won't be mad necessarily about Mason Graham. But my priority tonight is 1, move back if that's not feasible. 2, get me an offensive player, please, either at tackle or if it's Warren, if that's who they deem the best weapon on the board is.
So you're not jumping on the Jade Barron train here?
I am not. No.
Okay, me neither.
God. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 channel memberships have been gifted, but 20 raffle entries for today's show, that's right, have been received.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
Hell yeah. If you hear your name called, you are officially a channel member, courtesy of Eric Kelly, who once again is in for 20 for this one show. I want a membership explosion to celebrate draft day for the people. Here we go. Georgie, Bombastic Bagman, Hunter Heidziski, King Lowski, ISU 4BL, New Q, Vinny Farrell, Kyle McLeod, Kevin Tattoos, Friday Jones, all receiving channel memberships. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it rolling. Comments, questions, super chats, having some fun here on draft day. Taps any button with a $20 super chat. 10 memberships entered, normally 5, 20, because we're doing everything double for this one show. Why does everyone assume Carter would go third? No expert, but I don't see the Giants taking him. Burns, Thibodeau, the Patriots do not take him. I could see him sliding to us. Jags, Raiders, Giants, Browns, all have pass rushers. Taps any button is very simple. You can never have enough elite pass rushers, and we're talking about a guy who is the closest thing in this draft class, some would argue, to can't miss. So the Giants, I think, are taking him. The betting odds reflect that. I think you got to look at pass rusher differently than, oh, well, they already have a couple. Like, you can't even compare the level of player that Thibodeau is to Abdul Carter. Thibodeau's been okay through a couple of years. He hasn't been what they thought he was going to be necessarily. So I think Carter's off the board by 3. What are your thoughts on that, Matt?
Yeah, I think so too. And a part of me is like, I get it. I think he's one of the 2 best players in this draft. I think it's Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter in whatever order you want to put them in. Part of me is surprised that the Giants aren't going to take Shedeur Sanders just because of how interested Joe Shane seemed to be throughout this whole process. Like, he was at practices at Colorado, like a GM of an NFL team at practices for a college quarterback. I feel like is really unheard of. You don't see that very often. But if Taps Any Button is right for whatever reason, and he is available at 7, that would be the quickest I would put in a draft pick. Like the clock would get to 9 minutes and 59 seconds because I would already be running the card in to say Abdul Carter is the pick for the Jets.
There's a saying in baseball, you can never have enough pitching. You can never have enough elite pass rushers, right? And that's the thing with the Jets. At 7, people are like, well, at least it'd be like a premium position if they take Shamar Stewart. And it's like, yeah, but he's a project. Abdul Carter is a can't-miss, great player. You're not thinking twice. And then people will bring up Jalen Walker, which I want to get into with you. But Jalen Walker's a linebacker. Like, and they already have Sherwood. They already have Quincy. There's not like a clear role for Jalen Walker. If you're going to play him at edge, you'd be the 3rd edge. It's different with Carter. You'd say, hey, man, go get the quarterback. You're Micah Parsons 2.0. Every team in the league would take that.
100%. I think he's the closest thing, as you said, to being can't miss in this draft. And pass rush is such an important part of the sport. And to me, it's a no-brainer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gang Green 365 is in the Asmaniac raffle. Sound the alarm. If you hear your name called, you thank Gang Green for making you a member. It's actually Green Gang, but the point still stands. Here we go. Jamel Hayward, Jay Sams, Bang Mateo, and Ripple all receiving a channel membership. All right, there we go. It's double today. If you're just tuning in, if you want a chance to win a signed DeBrickashaw Ferguson helmet, signed Curtis Martin helmet, signed Aaron Glenn helmet, and a signed Justin Fields autographed helmet, gift the membership or send in a super chat, and it counts for 2 because of the fact it's draft day and we're celebrating. JK with a super chat. Kevin Costner has reported Knoble is sneaking up draft boards. Did you watch draft day this week to get ready for the draft tonight, Matt?
I haven't. This might be a hot take, but I've only seen the movie once. I think it's a little overrated.
I agree. I mean, it's not. It's objectively speaking a bad movie, but it's a bad movie that is very watchable.
Sure, and I get it, right? Like if it's on TV and you're trying to get hyped for the drafting turnout for 40 minutes, like totally understandable. But I don't make that a regular part of my draft day routine.
Shout out to Jennifer Gardner. Better evaluator of talent than Mike McCagden and John Izzik combined.
This is true.
Ryan says, Jake, I'm donating my tickets for tonight as Jen and I are dealing with a very sick family member. Go Jets, and I wish everyone a great time. Ryan, I know you reached out to me privately. Your tickets were distributed to the 2 people who are now coming, so thank you for that. And I am sorry to hear about what you and your family are going through, and hopefully everything's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank P. He's in the raffle. Are you kidding me? For 20 channel memberships. But guess what? Today it is double. Breaking news.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. Helmet's coming on, man. I got names to
wrap
read.
it up, baby.
All right. I got 20 names to read right now, courtesy of the Frank P. I wish I could tell you where it is here, but I can't find the names. Where are the names? Here. No. And here we go. The following 20 people are channel members: Michael F., Gary the Snail, Sean Wilson, Paul Bruno, Stephen Dominic, Alan has gonorrhea, Antonio Ambrosino, GOA, 3MC, Ross Kitty, Mach 1, Beastbreaker, Eats Little Joey, Slim, Steve Gonzalez, Steven NYC, Sylv, Jonathan Rentis, Dino, Rockin' Rant, James Kennedy, Belosa, Stephen Craig, Don Reck, all receiving channel memberships. Hold on. I'm leaving the helmet on because guess what? More memberships are flowing.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
Oski in 4-5. It's 10 today. Phillies Limp Noodle, Brian Glick, J-Boy, all in the Asmaniac raffle. There might have been some names I already read that we're repeating here. M30 also in. Holy crap, this is crazy. Mark Hyman is in for 10. Yeah.
Money.
All right, here we go. Rapid fire. Coops, LD, Caesar, Edwards, Savan, Ariza. Make the Jets cool again. Gangrene Goliath. Big Loyal. Brian Scantleberry. Let's go. The 10 that Mark Hyman gifted is counting for 20 on this draft day special. Big Loyal with a super chat for us. If they go tackle, I would go best tight end available in the second round. What third round receiver would you go with if they are there? Are you on the Kyle Williams camp that many Jet fans seem to be for a potential day 2 wide receiver selection, Matt?
I like him. I think his stock is someone who like rose tremendously over the last few weeks. I think that would be a good play. I also like Jack Besh. I feel like depending on where you look, second or third round for him, he might be more of a second round guy when it's all said and done. But I don't hate that idea at all for Williams.
It's going to be interesting to see what the approach is if they do go tackle in round 1. Like, who says they're definitely going tight end in round 2? What if there's a receiver they like and they wait till the third round for a tight end?
Yeah, that's possible too. Like we just mentioned Jack Besh. Jaden Higgins is another popular name who's likely a second round pick. And there's a lot of tight ends in this class. Maybe they like a Terrence Ferguson or an Elijah Arroyo, and they feel they can grab him in the third round.
100%. If you're joining us live right now, it is draft day. Hit the like button. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. My plan is to go live for instant reaction from the draft party tonight after the Jets make their selection. If you're a Jet fan, Matt is going to be live tonight on the Talking Jets channel with Greenbean and Ryan for the entire draft. They do it every year. And their reaction video after the Jets make their pick is always one of the best pieces of content that comes out year-round. Hopefully it's more of the Sauce and Garrett Wilson type of reaction than it is the Will McDonald year reaction that we got 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, all-time reaction, but we were all stunned in 2023. I'm hoping for a great reaction tonight for either Tyler Warren or Armand Membu. That's my thought.
King Lowski checks in. Matt O'Leary. I'm still trying to get to that wedding. I need to do a number or 2. JETS. Jets. Will King Lowski get the invite to sing at the Matt O'Leary wedding?
I mean, I didn't realize how good his pipes were. The last time I was on during the Madness as Maniac Madness run, he and Mr. Bonesy were going back and forth, and I was not expecting that out of King Lowski.
Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button if you're one of the 370 people in here watching the show live. Derek the Cop says, I'm a big OSU fan that hates Michigan as much as I hate the Patriots. We would be insane to not take Mason Graham if he's there. Dude's a monster. He might be a great player. The Jets have to decide, is he a great player that fits with the current great player they have at a very similar position in Quinnen Williams?
Yeah, that's just it, right? And if you do take Mason Graham, well, then you're going, well, damn, you got to figure out, like, tight end and offensive tackle got to hit on day two. And it's a lot harder to hit on those positions on day two. This is a deep interior defensive line class, and I think you can get a starter in the third or fourth round, but it's just a matter of, do you want just a starting caliber guy or rotational caliber guy, or do you want the guy? And I think Mason Graham is the guy in this class at that position.
Darth Crypto gifted a membership. He is in the raffle for 2 with this gift. Darth Crypto's membership went to Javid G. So, Javid, you're in the raffle. Keep gifting. It's double for today's show in honor of the NFL draft. Comments, questions, super chats, they will cut the line. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. Appreciate everyone tuning in. It is draft day. Let's hope the Jets can get this new regime off to a good start with a smart decision later tonight. Let's open up the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. I'm going to pin the link for those of you asking for it shortly. Let's say hello to the Australian Jets fan who for today is now New York City Jets fan. Hello, AJF.
Hey Jake, I don't know if you can hear me or if my internet's bad, but I'm on the plane right now. I'm about an hour and a half away from landing in New York. It's still kind of surreal to me, but I just wanted to, call in from the plane because why not? I can't wait for tonight.
It's amazing that the internet is somehow clearer with you doing international travel right now compared to most of our calls who call in from their mother's basement or call in from other undisclosed locations, and the internet has never been worse.
We're almost there, baby.
How long was the flight?
I left at like 10 o'clock Amsterdam time, so it's almost 5 now, so about 8 hours. 8 hours, 9-hour flight.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. You're almost there.
That's only the second flight as well.
You better not have brought that Zach Wilson jersey. They won't let you through customs.
I didn't bring it.
Thank God.
You're in good hands, AJF, because when I see you tonight at the party, I have a very special jersey for you, all right?
Is it a Dixon Hall jersey?
I will not comment on any type of question in regards to what jersey it is. Just know you'll be excited.
Okay. Cheers, Jake. I'll see you soon.
All right, you tell all the Asmaniacs on the plane who also are obviously coming from Finland to this event that we say hello.
I'll make sure to.
Thank you very much. How about that? He's coming from Finland, Matt.
That is unbelievable. Jet fans are the absolute best.
The best. I mean, it just, you can't even describe it. Michael Duramo has gifted 5 channel memberships for today only. It's 10. Blackbeard Travel TV, Yeetus Deletus, Carlos Santos, Brian J, and The Power all receiving channel memberships. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to pin the call-in link. I do want to get Matt's take, though, on a theory that was floated out there by a good friend of the show and someone that is very respected in both the draft and Jets community. Connor Rogers yesterday of Badlands, NBC Sports, and SNY tweeted this: wonder if it's just a coincidence that Jalen Walker is now being connected to the Jets, a player consistently mocked to the Panthers at 8 in a draft where the Jets should absolutely want more picks. Are you buying maybe a intentional leak by the powers that be to put it out there that the Jets really like Jalen Walker, so that maybe there's a path to moving out of 7 tonight?
Smoke screen season, baby. I love it. I'm here for it. Nothing against Jalen Walker in particular, but I don't think that would be a pick that would get me or many other Jet fans super excited at pick 7. And the idea of trading back and getting more picks, in a draft class where there's a lot of depth and that the Jets, have a lot of holes, I think is attractive to a lot of fans. I think most people in their dream scenario are moving back. The Panthers are only one spot back, so you're not going very far. And if they really want Jalen Walker, you could potentially move back and still get an Armand Membu or Tyler Warren, which I think is a dream scenario. They did it last year with Olu. They went from 10 to 11. Maybe Darren Muji and company, they take a page out of Joe Douglas's book. They slide back a spot, grab a mid-round pick, and then get their guy in the end.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Let's see. Rick Kent says I should give AJF a Zach Wilson jersey. Never, Rick.
No.
I'm going to give him a jersey that is it's going to change his entire psyche as a Jet fan. I have an old school Vernon Golston ready to go in honor of draft day.
Amazing.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. Let's get to some more calls, shall we? Police officer Beast Breaker's on the line. Hello, Beast.
We're inside a thrift store this morning going to check some things out. We're going to have a little fun today.
Where are you?
At a thrift store all the way in Oklahoma, having a little fun.
You're at a thrift store. Give us a tour.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's buy some books. Let's get some books, shall we? You want some good books? How about some Tom Clancy? Or if you want something that'll be something sweet, let's read a little 100 People of America. Yeah, that's right. Not a bad book. Not a bad book. Not a bad book at all. Yeah, we got some music up here. Yeah, a lot of vinyl. Everything you see here is the real Governor McCoy. If you want everything you see, you get what you get. You get what you get. Now we're going to go to the DVD department. Holy
the DVD department. Hell yeah.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Except there's only one movie I'm missing, and I'm going to find it one day a year. And it'll take time. Just give it some time. Yeah, a little bit of fun here. And now we got the seat. Now you got the CD department right here. Everything is the same old usual shit.
Beast, your internet on the road just not great today. So you give us a call back. We'll work on it. And be careful, Beast. I think you're in danger of being sent to the hole more likely on this show than other shows because memberships are double. So people might say, screw it. I'll throw $50 in there because not only am I throwing Beast in the hole, but I'm also getting double the amount of raffle entries. You got to be careful out there.
It's a win-win for those who want to put him in the hole.
It's true. So Beast, be on your best behavior today. You don't want to incite a riot. More of your calls, shall we? Let's say hello to a man on the mean streets of New York City. Nate, Nate, is on the mic. Hello, Nate.
Jake, good morning. Oh, buddy. Did you see it? Did you fucking see that guy?
Oh, my God.
Oh, we almost took a body out live on the Jake Asman show.
We really
did.
Man.
Matt, good morning. How we doing?
Let's
Fired up for draft day. Let's go. I don't care who it is. I'm with the shit. Kicker, QB, going to be the greatest of all time. I'm excited. I don't really care. I don't really even want to talk football because I was against Warren and blah, blah, blah. If it's Warren, I'm with it, bro. He's going to be the greatest. He's going to run over 3 DBs every catch he makes. Yeah, I'm just excited. Today's the day we should all be fans. I don't know. Jake always says I hate to tell people how to fan, but I'm not going to be mad today. I'm behind Genty. I'm behind a kicker. I'm behind a QB, whoever it is, and just secured my ticket to the Jake Asman party. So I'll be there when time 7 o'clock, and we'll be watching. I think make sure you don't get there late because I think the Knicks tip off at 7, if I'm not mistaken. So
Knicks are 7, and I could tell everyone coming to the party. We will have the Knicks on all the TVs. The Knicks sound will be on until the draft starts. Then we'll have the draft sound on inside, and we'll have it on the main projector. So if you want a true draft party feel, but also you're a fellow Knicks fan and want to watch the Knicks, you'll be able to do both tonight, which will be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a night of sports. I'm looking forward to it. Are we partying anywhere for draft day 2 Friday night? Yo, $9 a minute. Watch your right, bro. Don't ever take a pedicab. Man,
this is some real aggressive driving here, Nate. I mean, I know exactly where you are too. We're right on 57th Street right now.
Yeah, we are. We're on 57th approaching Broadway right now. I think we got to get. I'm trying to get home. I just finished work at the Garden. I got to go do my last minute draft prep work.
Oh my God! Look at this. This is the most aggressive I've seen you on the mean streets of New York.
Jake, it's draft day. I need to get home, and I just ordered a bacon egg. I want it hot.
Are we cutting through Central Park?
No, it's gonna take me out of my way. You know, I live close to Broadway. I'm gonna go home through Broadway, so that's gonna be the route home as we approach Columbus Circle. Matt, who's your number one guy that you want to take? I kind of missed the whole beginning of the show, so I'm not sure if you're a Warren Warrior or whatnot.
I am a Warren Warrior, but I would be happy with Armand Membu also.
I did hear you say that you'd be open to Mason Graham.
Yeah, I am open to Mason Graham. I think he's one of the 5 best players in this draft. So if the Jets did decide to go defense, he's about the only guy I'd want defensively at 7.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know why he's not getting enough noise. Where he's like, there's a draft where people say there's not a lot of high-end talent, and then everyone's comparing him to Quentin Williams. Clearly a high-end talent, and then people are also using that reason for why we wouldn't want him is because he's Quentin. Like, imagine having 2 Quintins on the team. It's like having another Sauce. Or like, well, that's not a bad thing in my eyes. So I don't know. We're behind Graham, or if we get Graham, I'm behind that defensive player for sure. But whatever. I think it's gonna be a crazy night of drafting Beard. I think there's not gonna be a lot of trades, but I think it's gonna be a lot of people just kind of what people would consider reaching because there's not a lot of like high-end talent. Yeah, I guess my final draft.
Well, Nate, I'll tell you what. You be safe on the bike. We need you later, all right?
No worries, Jake. You know, safety first. Actually, no. My first job, he always taught me safety third, speed and efficiency first, because he wanted me to drop off his vitamins to the old people as quick as possible. I've really always lived by those words. Whether it's smart to do so by now, it's always been safety third, speed and efficiency first.
Nate, Brian wants me to send you to the hole for giving him motion sickness. Would you like to respond?
Brian, I mean, you always said it. How many Jets channels are there? You got a million tabs open, bro. You could go watch porn. You could watch anything else. You don't got to watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, a feisty Nate on a bike on draft day in New York City.
You get the out.
Wow. I mean, we got to, Gator, I don't know if you could pull it mid-show, but go back to the very beginning of Nate's call when I first put him on. We came within inches of Nate completely, like, LaRon Landry style wrecking a dude, Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed style wrecking a dude right at the beginning of that call.
Within the first second, right? He's like, "Hey, Jake," and then immediately, boom, runs through a guy. Yeah,
love it. Ladies and gentlemen, memberships are flowing. But first, a $100 super chat from Who's Your Daddy? Yeah. Normally, this would be 20 raffle entries, but today it's double, 40 in honor of draft day. Let's go. Can't wait for tonight's party. Get me some raffles. Who's Your Daddy? You're in the Asmaniac raffle for 20. By the way, for those of you coming to the draft party, I have finalized the 17 prizes that you have a chance to win in the raffle that we're going to do throughout the night. Signed Sauce jersey, signed Klecko jersey, signed Jermaine jersey, signed Mangle jersey, signed Garrett Wilson 8x10 photo, signed Wesley Walker 8x10 photo, signed Sean Ellis photo, actually regular Aaron Glenn jersey, signed Breece Hall trading card, signed Aaron Glenn trading card, signed Chad Pennington trading card, signed CJ Mosley trading card, signed Quincy Williams card, signed Jermaine Johnson card, signed Emerson Boozer old school helmet, a 4-pack of tickets to a Yankee game of your choice, and 4 tickets to a Jets home game. A couple of those 4-packs we'll give away as well. So we're stacked. We're ready. Can't wait. Let's go. Johnny Boy says, Jake and Matt, thoughts on the Jets possibly drafting Joe Hendry in the 5th round? I'm hyped for today. Let's go, Jets. I believe in Joe Hendry. Well, I'd have to look up who that is because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I do.
No, I don't. After a quick Google search, this looks like a
fake player.
Yeah.
Was Joe Hendry the wrestler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, Johnny Boy, I appreciate your support of the show. Unfortunately, we have no time for fun and games on draft day. We're super serious on the show at all times, and because of that, we will see you later. Just kidding. Weave the Dweeb writes in, I want Tyler Warren at 7 if we can't trade back, then offensive tackle at 42, receiver 73. If I see a defensive player at any of those picks, I'll be disappointed. If they went offense with their first 3 picks at those positions, I'm in. Your thoughts, Matt?
100%. And then I would be using day 3 to just load up on depth at safety, interior defensive line, maybe grab a linebacker or something at some point. I think Weeb's on the right track here.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you haven't already. It is draft day. And if you're not excited, we don't want you here. All right? Even if you don't love where the Jets are headed to this point, you got to believe on draft day. Hope springs eternal on draft day. Kashmir says, who is your ideal guys we get today in the draft that's realistic? Any particular players? Well, I only think they're going to come away with one player today. I don't see them moving back in to round one. That would personally surprise me. My ideal scenario is they are able to come away with Tyler Warren, Armand Membu if they stay at 7. And if they move back, I'd be totally cool with Colston Loveland. I'd be totally cool with one of the receivers, whether it be Golden or Tet. I think it kind of opens things up to take different players if they move down and get extra picks. That's my ideal scenario. Realistically, if they stick and pick, I'm with Matt. I'm with many Jet fans. I want either Warren or Membu. I'm good with either.
Yeah, I think if they're staying put, it's likely to be Warren or Membu. In a trade back scenario, you mentioned Tet McMillan, Matthew Golden. Those are names to watch. I happen to like Emeka Ibuka, who, if you just want to fill the Ohio State Jets offense, you could do that as well. And they've met with a bunch of interior rushers who are late day 1, early day 2 guys. So I wonder if they would go like a Derek Harmon or someone of that caliber.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 10 spot of channel memberships from Brian Scantleberry. Brian, thank you very much. You are in the Asmaniac raffle for 20, because if you're just tuning in, memberships are doubled for today's show to celebrate draft day. 1189 Paris, DeRoy, Gregory Davis, Sean Cora, Miguel Valentin, Rob Bolivian, Adam Choit, Wilfredo Garcia, Monica Alicorn, all receiving channel memberships. Let's keep going. We'll get to more of your calls here shortly. Morning Woody says 100 raffle tickets to put Beast into the Dixon hole. Very tempting. I get it, man. I get it. Let's see. Did you do Weave the Dweeb in the raffle for 1? But actually, today it's 2. He gifted 1 membership. Scott Atkins gifted 5 channel memberships. Today, 10 raffle entries. Let's go.
Freaking New York Jets. So we're built for this shit.
If you hear your name, these are from Scott. You thank him. Maybe you get on one knee and you kiss the feet of Scott for giving you a channel membership. That's how valuable they are today. Keem Brown, Luis Rivera's, Jeffrey R. From North Jersey, all receiving a channel membership. We got 5 more here. Wow, this is great, guys. Thanks to everyone for the support. Glad the double memberships is getting people excited. Rick is in the Asmaniac raffle for 5. Uno Jets in for 5 as well. Hit the low ski. Man with a rake in for 1. These are all double today. Here we go. If you hear your name, these are the people who gifted you their memberships. Lenny, Keem Brown, Luis Riveras, Gary Poppy, Venom AD, Jets Worldwide, Wad, Orlando Martin, Joe Giulino, Merklo26, Burkinator 47, Robert McNair, all receiving a channel membership. Let's keep going here. Comments, questions, super chats. Super chat from Abu Dhabi Jet fan. Today, this is doubled as well. So instead of 2 entries, it's 4. I want a DT among the first 3 picks. But other than that offense, wish I could be there tonight. JETS. I think defensive tackle, if not at pick 7, it is such a deep draft. If you waited till day 3, I'm telling you, you could find someone that could be a plug-and-play immediate contributor in the 4th round odd. I have Dom C's draft guide open. There are 19 players in his guide at the interior defensive line spot that have grades in the 4th round or lower. So, there's not going to be 19 defensive tackles that go on the first 2 days of this draft. There's going to be guys there on day 3 for the Jets to be able to plug and play if they don't take Graham at 7. So I would wait and focus on offense before DT if I'm not going Graham.
Yeah, I agree with you. People like Alfred Collins out of Texas, who's probably going to be a day 2 guy, 2nd or 3rd round. But I'm with you. Take a Jamari Caldwell out of Oregon on day 3 in round 4. I think he comes in as an early down player for you against the run. That's how I'd be taking an approach on the defensive tackle.
Hit the like button if you haven't. Man with a rake in the raffle once again. Rich reminding the folks to hit the likes. Jay Luby says, let's go Jets. Will Campbell, Armand Membu, Tyler Warren, Kelvin Banks, any of these picks I'll be good with. Banks needs to be considered more. He is someone that can play multiple spots on the O-line. High character, played at Texas, if you believe in that big school theory. To me, if they took Banks at 7, I have 0 issue with that. I think there's some people who might consider him the best overall offensive lineman, and he's a left tackle. So maybe they like that aspect of his game. If they took Membu, who's purely a right tackle, fine, because I feel confident in Olu. So I think if the Jets' plan is to get a legit tackle, they're in a good spot that one of those players is going to be there tonight at 7.
Yeah, I like Banks also. I'd be okay with that. Again, it's all contingent on what happens in front of the New York Jets, or if they move down, right? I think Banks could potentially be an option. And honestly, I know it might be a hot take to some, but I would rather Banks than Will Campbell, just because I think Will Campbell's going to end up playing guard at the next level, and the Jets have 2 starting guards right now. So if they're looking to fill right tackle, I think Membu and Banks could do that better in year 1.
Anthony has gifted 10 channel memberships. Are you kidding me? Everyone take a deep breath in and get ready to hear names be read.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
Anthony in for 10. Just kidding. 20 raffle entries. Everything's doubled for this show in honor of the draft. Rebecca Ellen, Jose Oliveros, David Toast, Juan Suarez, LX Jet Fan, Gangrene 44, AC, M Shav, Sleepy Maka, Zach Holmes, all receiving a channel membership. Let's skip ahead. Mimosa, she'll be at the draft party tonight. Matt, she flew in from Florida to be here. Wow. Offense. See you all tonight. $100 super chat. This is 40 raffle entries, double in honor of draft day. Let's go. Shirts off. Let's go. All right, here we go. Bino says, Jacob, have you heard of the long snapper / wide receiver, Hardin Long, climbing up draft boards? I have not, but I'm assuming this is not a real player, Bino, but I appreciate your contributions. Matt, any thoughts on Hardin Long?
I think he goes with Dixon Hole in the name Hall of Fame right there.
Yeah, he's also a top prospect with Clyde Midia as well. Yes. Peter Castro with a super chat. Good luck tonight, Jake. In Fields we trust. Peter, I hope Justin Fields is great. I hope the Jets get him some help tonight. I mean, regardless who the quarterback is, if it's not Fields in 2026, I'm telling you, Armand Member or Tyler Warren or Kevin Banks all would help whoever the quarterback is a year from now too.
Correct. Build out the rest of this roster. If Justin Fields is not the guy, then find your guy in 2026. But let's try to help these quarterbacks.
Gilbert Gonzalez has gifted a membership. He is in the raffle for.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
Thank you, Gilbert. All right, let's get to your calls. Ladies and gentlemen, he is on his way to America. Maybe he's already landed in America. Craig joins us now. Craig, are you in the United States of America?
Mate, I'm not only in the United States of America, but EB and I just got off a 14-hour flight, and I hit the road straight, and I've conquered the 405 in peak hour immediately. So I've done the New Jersey Turnpike. I've done the 405. I don't know what else there is to do at this stage.
What is it like crazy to be on the other side of the road now, driving the other side of the car as well?
Well, the very first thing I said to Luke was, "All right, get in, man. Hurry up and get in." just to be certain he would try and get in the driver's side. So it happened immediately, and this is Luke's first time to the US. He's like, "Yo, there's a Taco Bell. There's a friggin' Denny's," things like that.
Is Chiefs fan working at the Denny's?
Well, are we going to stop at Denny's? What do you reckon? I don't know. We're going to drive around here all day. I'm a little bit sad because our flight was early and we would have easily made the connection to New York. And if I had a crystal ball, if I'd known that we could have made the connection, we'd be on the way now to the draft party. But instead, we're going to represent tonight at Angel Stadium in all our Jets gear with Rick Kent and Addison. And we're going to get on the Jumbotron somehow. There's going to be
yeah. Call into the live stream after the Jets make their pick, and I'm live. We'll put you guys on. That'll be hilarious.
That would be sick. You know it's going to happen. And by the way, I reckon this is the first time we've had the redhead trifecta on the Jake Asman show. I'm pretty sure.
That's a good point. Yeah, love that.
I've been waiting to do this. And Matt, nice to meet you. You were the very first ever YouTuber Jets content creator that I discovered when the Jets chose me in 2018. So love your content, mate, and always keep up with it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much, Craig. I really appreciate that.
Craig,
no worries.
Enjoy the 405. Hopefully the traffic is not as brutal as it typically always is.
Oh, mate, it makes Manhattan look pedestrian. Don't worry. It is mental. So we'll survive. We'll survive. But I'll see you in person next week.
Can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. Craig checking in. He is in America. I love it. I love it. Craig will be in New York next week. I'm going to a Yankees game with Craig and some listeners of this program. Can't wait.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what I have here. So earlier in the show, Nate called in on a bike and he almost killed a man. If you missed it, here's what it looked like. More of your calls, shall we? Let's say hello to a man on the mean streets of New York City. Nate, Nate, is on the bike. Hello, Nate.
Jake, good morning. Oh, buddy! Did you see it? Did you fucking see that guy?
Oh, my God.
Oh, we almost took a body out live on the Jake Asman show.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, Nate. I mean, you hit him. You hit him good. You really did. More of your calls, shall we? Let's say hello to a man on the mean streets of New York City. Nate, Nate, is on the bike. Hello, Nate.
Jake, good morning. Oh, buddy! Did you see it? Did you fucking see that guy?
Oh, my God.
Oh, we almost took a body out live on the Jake Asman show.
What a moment in time. All right. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the champ is on the line, and tonight he will receive his trophy, the best of the best trophy, as part of a trophy presentation at our draft party. Sing along.
The only thing better than all them shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Yo, Jake, my brother.
The jet tie is on. It's draft day. You can feel it.
Draft day, baby. Matt, I've been checking my mail every day, bro. When's that invitation coming?
You must be lost in transit, dude. I don't know what to say.
Oh, man. I love this show. Well, we're finally here, everybody. The day we've been waiting for.
Attaboy, Beast.
What an angle. Beast, come back. How do you beat that angle?
I could not go to it. Sometimes you just have a feeling.
God, you know, I really think I'm just settling on I want the O lineman. I want Membu. It's the safest pick. Let's not even try to get cute and fuck things up. Let's just make the right pick. Let's just make the safe pick and go into the season with a full-fledged just run the shit out of the ball and protect Justin the best we can, and just that's where my head's at. Even with Warren, I talked myself into wanting Warren just because I want a weapon and stuff, and then I just started having like, man, the bust rate on an O lineman versus a tight end is just catastrophic. I mean, besides D tackle and tight end, those are to me like the two biggest bust rates. Maybe cornerback too could bust a lot too in the first, but just give me the O lineman, man. Let's just not get cute here. Let's just go with the big beef, and you know.
You said big beef.
Somebody say big beef? Oh, God. Beast is just incredible. Mario Kart. He's got a Mario Kart.
Oh, look at that.
All right, little Yankeeography there. I love it.
No, this is for you, Jake. This is your birthday present. I'm going to see you.
Thank you, Beast. I know you'll be there tonight in spirit, right?
Yes, I will. And I see one bad draft pick. You know what's going to get.
Thumbs down.
That's right. The big zero. That's right. I'll be grading. I'll be watching.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, how's my mic? Did I finally fix this mic situation?
Yeah, what are you using right now that you actually sound less robotic or stagnant? Like the crackling noise is not there.
I told you I just use a different web browser now when I call in.
That's it.
I use Firefox just when I call in, and I switch my default browser back to Chrome for the rest of the shit. So it'll never get like too much cache or whatever builds up that starts making me sound crack-a-lacking. But tonight is going to be crack-a-lacking.
Have you prepared the speech when we have the ceremony for the best of the best trophy in honor of your win in Asmaniac Madness?
Yeah, I got a speech. I'm a big freestyler, so I got a couple of points I'll hit. I'll feel out the crowd. I'll see how we're doing here. It's going to be a good time. I got something. I got a couple things to say, and it'll be fun. I can't wait to hang out with everybody, and the Knicks are on as well. So even because the draft sometimes when you're waiting for the pick, they start that shit late and then 10 minutes per pick. So we're going to be chilling and waiting around. So the Knicks game being on will be clutch, and we have a lot of fun activities to do before our pick. So I'm just excited to see everybody. And Maddie, are you coming?
No, it's gonna be too hard to swing doing the live stream from there and then making it back to Long Island and just do it again the next day.
We'll be missing you, buddy. We'll be missing you.
I'll be there in spirit.
You'll be there in spirit. Well, maybe after I give my speech, you can think about what kind of speech you want me to give at your wedding. So
I'll be there. Gotta get something going.
Well, that's all I got, man. Very excited. And
what a day for you, Bozy. You're going to get a side Sauce Gardner jersey, a Asmaniac Madness Championship Mr. Bonesy t-shirt, free entry to the draft party, and the best of the best trophy. I mean, it's all coming up, Bonesy. Now we just need a Knicks win tonight and a good pick at 7, and it's like the perfect Mr. Bonesy day.
I just want the O-lineman, man. If it could go, this night could go so wrong so easily if the Jets get cute, because if there is any truth to that, drafting a safety corner at 7, I mean, that's got to be smoke. I don't even want to. I can't even imagine us picking him at 7. So, but let's just have some faith in our guy Aaron Glenn. I don't even give Moochie any credit yet. I think this is the Aaron Glenn show, so I think this is Aaron Glenn's pick, and let's. I know he's a defensive guy, so everyone probably thinks there's a chance we go. I won't. I guess I won't be that upset if we go Mason Graham, even though I really don't. I don't want to have him and Q next to each other. I think defensive tackle isn't a hole. We pay Quinnen a lot of money, and he should be able to have non-D or a day 2 or 3 D tackle who should be able to fill in fine and cause havoc without having to draft a premium position in the first round when we have other holes that we need to fill. I wouldn't be terribly mad if we surprised someone and went with a wide receiver that we felt. I wouldn't be. I want a weapon, but I just want to get the meat, man. Give me the meat. Give me the meat and potatoes. Let me get that. Let me get the meat and potatoes.
Let's go, Bonesy. And I think it's only appropriate if we play you out with a video that directly led to your win in Asmaniac Madness. See you tonight, baby.
Mr. Bonesy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champ. He'll be in the building tonight. So will this guy, the big fella. How about a $100 super chat? Normally, this would get you 20 raffle entries. For today only, because it's draft day, you know what it means? 40 raffle entries.
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships, too.
Hey.
The hell with it.
Looking forward to seeing everyone, meeting the new and seeing old friends. Big night tonight, LFG. Let's go. All right, more of your calls before we say goodbye to Matt. Rob, the Jet fan, is next. Hello, Rob.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Jake. How you doing?
What's up, Rob?
Looks like we lost Matt.
I think we did.
All right. Matt's there in spirit, I guess, right?
Just like Beastbreaker tonight.
That was funny shit when you put him on and stuff. Jake, I have to say, people being okay with 5 or 6 wins and us looking good is the main thing. I can't go like that. I have to say I'm right with you. Anything less than 8 wins and above, of course, I'm not going to be happy this year. I mean, this team should be able to win at least 8 games with the talent that we still have on the team. And if we obviously draft wisely, I don't hear nothing about this guy Barron or Stewart. Because if they pick one of these guys, Jake, I'm right with you. We'll jump off that bridge, buddy. We'll jump off that bridge.
Yeah, no one wants that.
You pick the bridge, and we'll jump off of it. So it can't be any crap like that. I'm Warren. I'm Warren number one. I can't see why anybody wouldn't want a guy like Tyler Warren. Looking at his film and stuff, he looks spectacular. I can't see this guy being a bust. I really don't. I would not be mad with Membu, but I have to tell you, my heart's 99.9% with Warren. As far as Graham, I wouldn't be furious with Graham. I think that would be okay. But didn't we get that guy from Kansas City who was a nose tackle? What was the name of that guy, Jake?
Nandi.
Is this guy any good? Would he be able to start like right away? Do you know?
He probably would start right now, but he's not someone that you look at and feel like he's your long-term answer. Like, he's here for a year.
But he could clog the middle. He's good for the run and stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be his role on the team.
Okay. So how do you pronounce his name? Nadi? What you call him?
Derek Nadi, I think it is.
Nadia. Okay. So hey Matt, how you doing, buddy?
Good. What's going on, Rob?
Hey, I'm thinking Lowski and possibly Neil a duet at your wedding. What do you think?
That would bring the house down, I think. I think it'd be
literally,
fantastic.
right?
Yeah.
I was just saying to Jake, I'm on the train of Warren. I want him really bad. And Membu would be okay, but nah, I want Warren. And I don't really hear this talk of Barron or Stewart. I mean, me and Jake already have a date to jump off a bridge if they take one of those guys.
I'm joining you.
All right, then you come to you. We have a trio. We jump right off because they can't do that. Don't do that to us. I'm looking at with the talent that they have. I know I'm being repetitive here, but you got cut off there. I mean, at least 8 wins, Matt. At least 8 wins, and then at least we know we're going in the right direction. Anything more than that, I'd be ecstatic. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. You have Aaron Glenn, and he talks like Bill Parcells, but let's remember, he's not Bill Parcells. So let's see him do something first. And then, I'll jump on board. Of course, I want to be on board. I don't want to be negative Nelly here, but I just don't like what I see so far with the dollar store purchases and what they've been doing so far. Do we give them the benefit of the doubt? And I think today's draft is going to be conducive of what steps they're taking forward. Because they got to at least get 3 guys who could start right away with all the holes they have. Would you agree to that, Matt?
Yeah, I would. I think they need to find guys, at least, as you said, at least 3 who could come in and play right away. And you hope their 3 picks in the top 75 is enough to do that.
Now, if Lowski doesn't work out or Neil, I can do a boxing match. I'll take on all opponents for your wedding for entertainment. You let me know. I'll just jump in the ring. I mean, me and Gary can go a couple of rounds.
Beast, are you ready to take on Rob?
Yeah, there's my boy. Where's my boy Beast?
Beast,
where are you?
I'm checking out the thrift store right now. I'm about to punch out of here right now.
Beast.
Yeah. All right, man. Give me a, how much is that? Don't worry, I'll take it. Let me give you that. I'll take it.
that was some of the worst internet connection I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
that's pretty bad. The attic is better, the attic now, right? Than that.
Are you dieting? Bonesy wants to know. He says you look skinny.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes. I train right around the springtime and stuff. So I go out, I do a lot of walking, a lot of calisthenics. I do the arm bands and stuff. So yeah, this is the time that I work out and stuff. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Well, Rob,
thank you, Bonesy.
We'll talk to you soon.
Have a great time. I wish I could come today, but I'll try to call in later after the first pick. You're going to be on, Jake?
That is the plan, Rob. Hell yeah.
You get the fuck out.
We'll see you later. Love it. Yeah, plan is to go live after the Jets make their pick. Let's see. Super chat here from Kyle Clifton. I purchased a third draft party ticket. Let's go, Kyle. Offense early and often, though my ideal scenario has us going back a few spots and grabbing Loveland. Colston Loveland, no issue if that's who they take in a trade back. I prefer Warren because I think he's a better inline tight end, better blocker, better fit for what they want to do this year. But if they trade back and take Loveland, you're still getting the weapon. You're getting extra picks. I have no problem with that plan either. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I'd be in on that, right? Like if you can move back, grab Loveland and get an extra second round pick in the process, I think that would make a lot of sense. I don't know how likely it's going to be that the Jets are moving back tonight, but I think it's a good plan.
Dixon says, if we take Joe Hendry in the 5th and Howard in the 4th. Another wrestling reference. Dixon, thank you for the $1.99. That's almost a Subway ride. Rick says, it's my birthday today, and all I want is for the New York Jets to not F it up. Happy birthday, Rick. I can't promise you about the second part, but I can say this. Happy birthday, and thanks for watching the show.
Happy birthday, Rick.
Also, could someone gift Rick a membership? He's not a member on his birthday? What are we doing here? All right. Matt, this was a ton of fun, man. Thank you, as always, for hopping on the show. Good luck with the streams this weekend. We're talking Jets. I'll be following, and let's hope the next time you and I talk and do one of these that we're satisfied with what they did in the draft.
I love it. Jake, thanks so much for having me. Have a great time at your party tonight. I know it's going to be a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Matt O'Leary. More of your calls, shall we? Let's say hello to a man on the mean streets of New York City. Nate, parentheses, Nate, is on the mic. Hello, Nate.
Jake, good morning. Oh, buddy! Did you see it? Did you fucking see that guy?
Oh, my God.
Oh, we almost took a body out live on the Jake Asman show.
It's draft day, baby. Steven NYC in the raffle for 10. Let's go. Yeah. Happy draft day, boys. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I haven't slept in days. Matt, you're the best. Jake, have a great night. I hope to make it, but it would be a last minute. At least I'll be in the raffle. Enjoy. Hell yeah, you're in the raffle. Everything is double today. Everything. $20 super chat normally gets you 5. It is 10. $100 super chat normally gets you 20 raffle entries. Guess what? It is 40. And I'm adding a new prize right now. I am in the process of locking a signed Joe Namath jersey to the list of prizes that feature Justin Fields helmet, Aaron Glenn helmet, Curtis Martin helmet, and DeBrickashaw Ferguson helmet. I have a couple bids out for a Namath jersey. I'm expecting to win at least one of them. So a signed Joe Namath jersey, I promise you, will be added to the raffle as our 5th prize and counting for our mega raffle for the NFL draft. More of your calls right now. Charles, Eugene, M. Gorman is on the line. He will be at the draft party tonight. So we say hello to the number 1 overall seed in 2025 as Maniac Madness right now.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Glowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
Hey, Jake, how are you?
How you feeling, Charles? You ready to go tonight?
Yes, I am. Everything, I'm just making sure I got everything. I know Nick's not going to pick me up till around 3 o'clock. I just heard that Matt O'Leary's going to get married. While I was going to come on, I was going to ask you if you could put me on after Rob so I could speak with him. But I just want to wish Matt O'Leary the best of luck on his wedding and I wish the best of luck between him and his future spouse. So, yeah.
You know his wedding is not till November?
I know, but I just want to... I didn't know he was getting married, but I just want to wish him luck.
So what was your initial reaction when you found out that he's going to be a married
I
man?
was happy because he's a good guy, Matt O'Leary.
How do you know that?
Because I spoke with him a few times. He was treating me with a lot of respect.
Have you met him?
In person, no, but when he talked
So how
to
do,
me
how do you
whenever-
know he's a good guy and it's not just an internet persona?
Is it the catfish joke?
No, I'm just saying.
I know among other things I'm too trusting, but I can tell whenever someone is a good person or not.
Can you
based
tell
on
if
their
someone's a good family man or not?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
You really sure?
Yes, Jake, I'm sure.
Okay.
And as for Mr. Bonesy, congratulations again on winning the Asmaniac Madness. He deserves it. He's a good guy. I spoke with him on the phone when he was at his shoe place.
Do you know he's a good guy?
Yes.
How do you know? Have you met him?
I'm going to meet him tonight.
So you can't definitively say he's a good guy if you've never met him, though.
But I could tell he is because I know you like him.
It just could be an internet persona.
Yes, Jake, I'm aware. Look, I can't wait to meet the fellow Asmaniacs like Mimosa, Bonesy, Jay Quest, Jay Graves, Barbarossa, Roseanne. I just can't wait to meet him. And of course, Purple Belt Mike, I just can't wait. It's going to be one of the best days of my life. Hopefully the Jets do well. Hopefully the Knicks rebound tonight. Hopefully things are good. Fingers crossed. Yes, Mr. Bonesy, I can't wait to see you too.
Are you going to refer to him as Mr. Bonesy?
Well, unless he tells me what his first name is, that's another story.
Shouldn't you address him as the champ?
I'll see what I can do.
What are you going to say to Beastbreaker when he's there?
What, Jake, I'm sorry?
What would you say to Beastbreaker when he's there?
In spirit? Hello, Beast. How are you? Congrats on being a cop.
Thank you very much. Just catch up on some lunch right now.
Yankeeography. I haven't watched Yankeeography in years. I thought you were a Red Sox fan.
Hey, I've been a Red Sox fan for over some period of years now. This is my 22nd year. And plus, right now, I'm catching up on some lunch right now. A chicken sandwich. Gotta have some protein. Some good old poultry. Not bad. Hey, cold, hot. Yeah, fair play. I got over here at 87th and Cicero. It's pretty good. $5. Not
bad, man. Not bad.
Hey, let me just say this. Cold, hot, if it's good, it's great. Hey, I don't care what people think. You know, let me just say this. This is delicious. This is the best. Mr. Beasley, you are a fraud and you are been caught. I already submitted all your stuff to Gator, so you're screwed, buddy boy. Prepare for your last final rites because I'm the judge, I'm the jury, and I'm your executioner, little whore.
You get the fuck out.
I hate when I do this. I can't wait to see you too, Jake. And I think it's going to be a fun night.
I'm excited, Charles. It's going to be a great night. People are thrilled to meet you. Hopefully the Jets get it right at pick 7. And
You said your
feeling good.
parents are coming, right?
Oh, they'll be there.
Can't wait to meet them.
They're excited to meet you.
I'm sure they are. Your brother Zach's going to be there, right?
Oh, yeah. He's been dying to meet you.
Can't wait.
He watches your show all the time.
I know. Trying to think here. Well, it was good talking with you, Jake. Right now, I'm sending an email to somebody. Have a good day, okay? Peace out.
Don't give them your banking information. All right. Good stuff, Charles. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
Bobby Beasley's guinea pig says, Beast, you are so fat. Beast, would you like to respond to Bobby Beasley?
Hey, fat shit. I got news for you. Gator's got your information. So if I were you, get off this freaking page because, boy, you ain't nothing one word. Liar.
Thank you very much, Beast. More of your calls. Mike is on the line. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, Jake?
What's
Do you
up,
hear me
Mike?
good in here?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right, awesome. I've been listening for a while. First time calling in. Great show.
Welcome aboard, Mike. I got you in the raffle too, by the way.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
You became a member yesterday.
Yes. I just kind of wanted to touch on. Rob kind of just hit the same point I was going to talk about, but I was going over looking kind of back at the 2022 roster, and I don't really see too many spots where we're that much worse than the 2022 roster. We won 7 games with probably the worst quarterback in the league, and I would say the worst coaching staff in the whole league. So I think if we're settling for anything less than 8 or 9 wins, I think we're doing ourselves a disservice. I don't see how you can be satisfied with anything less than at least 8 wins, if not 9.
I think there's real talent on this team, and if the coaching is what many think it's going to be, like light years better than what we've seen, I don't know why hoping that this team can compete and win 8 or 9 games is crazy talk. I think that should be the goal.
Yeah, I agree. But I can say that on the other side of that coin, I've been living in Detroit for a while now, so I'm kind of real tight with the Lions too. I'm not a big fan of them, but tight with the Lions and how everything was. And I hope that if we do not hit our 8 or 9 wins this year, we don't overreact, because when Dan Campbell started here, I think they won 3 games his first year, and then the next year they started out maybe 1-7 or 1-8 or something, and then went on that big run at the end of the year. And there was a lot of chatter around here. Nobody liked Dan Campbell, was all biting the kneecaps thing when they came in. Kind of the same feel of the introductory conference as Gase had with his crazy eyes and stuff. But I hope we don't overreact if we do bad, because there was a lot of fire Campbell, even Aaron Glenn. There was a lot of fire Aaron Glenn because the defense didn't have the personnel. But I can see both sides of the coin, but I don't think we should settle for less than 8 or 9 wins for sure.
No, I agree. I mean, this team a couple years ago won 7 without a quarterback. So if Fields is going to be unlocked, like Aaron Glenn said, his words, if you're going to let him play quarterback and you have defensive coach, veteran defensive coordinator, existing talent on the defense, you're getting Jermaine back, like barring catastrophic injuries all over, I am going to expect this team to be in the mix, 8 or 9 wins. I don't think that's unreasonable at all.
I agree. And to hit on the draft real quick, since it's draft day, could you see? I know a lot of people are talking about maybe Shador, if somebody is going to trade up, it's going to be for a quarterback. But I think more likely if somebody trades up for Genty in the spot that we're in, if he makes it to the Raiders and the Raiders don't take him, I could see Chicago or maybe even Dallas, somebody further down, could trade up for him. I actually seen a couple of mocks where they traded up, or it was the Patriots, or not the Patriots, the Jags. Somebody traded up with the Jags maybe to get Genty, the Bears. But I think if he falls past the Jags and the Raiders, he could be a potential trade out spot for us.
If he somehow is there and they can get a team to come up, I'm all about trading back. So whether it be him, the quarterbacks that maybe some of these teams are interested in, it's a smokescreen. Like that would be, to me, a dream scenario, because I don't think you're going to have to move that far back. I think there's some teams like Chicago, the Niners, for example, maybe even Indianapolis, that might want to come up for a certain player. And then if you can get extra picks and still get a pretty good player, I think that makes sense given where the Jets are at right now.
Yeah. Well, I think if we don't get Warren, Membu, or possibly Graham, if not a trade down, I will probably be right where the guy from Nate's video is, and I'll walk straight into traffic later.
Ladies and gentlemen, a great debut call from you, Mike. I need more of these. All right,
Yep.
Great job. You're kind of like a Bizarro World Dirty in the truck. You got the beard, but your beard is not red. It's very similar.
Yeah, I try to catch you a lot, but I'm usually here in the truck or out in the machine or something digging. So appreciate you having me, Jay. Great show, man. No, I'm from New York, but I live in Michigan now. I've been here for a few years now, so.
Gotcha. That makes sense what you're talking about.
Appreciate you having me, Jake.
Mike, you're the man. Appreciate you. More of your calls, shall we? Let's say hello to a man on the mean streets of New York City. Nate, Nate, is on the mic. Hello, Nate.
Jake, good morning. Oh, buddy! Did you see it? Did you fucking see that guy?
Oh, my God.
Oh, we almost took a body out live on the Jake Asman show.
What a moment that was, huh? Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Here's the question. Who are the Jets drafting tonight? Simple. What's the feel as we sit here just a couple hours away from this draft getting underway? 8 hours, 27 minutes, 43 seconds. But who's counting? Who's the pick? Papa Jet, who's the pick at 7 tonight?
Hi, Jake. How you doing?
Living the dream, Papa Jet. How are you?
I don't know. At this point, my brain's all scrambled on this draft. I want Warren or Membu. I know it's what we've been talking about the last month or so, and that's probably why it's going to be somebody else. Probably a defensive player to piss you off, I guess. Hey, Jake, did you happen to see Tankathon's last mock draft this morning?
Tankathon? No, I have not.
It's good. I like it. Other than they only did four rounds. The first pick was Warren. The second pick was that Jaden Higgins, wide receiver out of Iowa State.
I like that.
And the third pick was that Ozzy whatever Trapillo or whatever in the third. And the fourth was Quinn Ewers, which I don't like at all. But I don't even want a quarterback there. I'd rather get the defensive tackle or another tight end or whatever, But if I'm drafting a quarterback, it's fifth or sixth if I am. And I don't really care for Ewers. There's probably only two that I really, if they take, would be McCord and Shuck. Those are my two guys if they're going to pick a quarterback. But
I wouldn't take a quarterback till the fourth round on. Whoever they take there, like, they take yours, fine. Maybe not my preference, but I won't sit here and be like that mad over a fourth round quarterback selection. I don't want them to do it at 42 or 73. I think they can get good players there that can help them this year. I don't want to take a quarterback. I'm going to give Fields the year. If it's not him, 2026 in the first round, I'm getting my guy.
100% agree with you, Jay, because you sign Fields, you got to get him some weapons. It's be stupid not to. But lastly, Jake, I don't know if too many, we got Beast Mania picking up again, and it's probably going to be a song later today about Beast and Little Joey going to the bookstore, probably. But I don't think too many people caught this yesterday. I think in the chat, I think it was either 3 Sibs or Stack caught it. But he opened up your show yesterday with the Lord's Prayer.
Yep.
And then somebody made a comment. He gets all pissed off. And his next Beast, your next rant, you had like 5 GDs and 5 JCs in there.
Hold on. I'm waiting for the lady to go past. I'm inside a store.
Internet not cooperating for Beast outside the friendly confines of the attic.
But I don't know, Jake. You say the Lord's Prayer and your next sentence is 5 GDs and JCs in there. I don't know if that's funny or just messed up. But anyways, that's all I got today. Hey, and have fun at the draft party. I hope it's a success for you.
Thanks, Papa Jet. Appreciate you as always. I think it's going to be a great night. I can't control what the Jets do, though, unfortunately. But I can try and provide an environment where a bunch of crazy Jet fans can gather and have a good time, and that's the plan. We'll have drinks, raffle prizes, and camaraderie. That I could promise. What the Jets do at 7, or if you're a Knicks fan, how they respond in Game 3 tonight, it's out of my control. Mike Dems is in the Asmaniac raffle. We just added a signed Joe Namath jersey to our list of prizes. So there are 5 prizes for this week's raffle. And for today's show, everything is double. So 5 gifted memberships is 10 raffle entries effective immediately.
You get the fuck out.
Mike Dems, 5 memberships. Here's who got them. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. Gavin Rideout, Jesus Jerry Vaca, Monica Naguin, JC, John Levinson. Also, another 5 spot of channel memberships were just gifted by Anthony, who will be at our draft party tonight. Let's go. Anthony, by the way, I believe your signed Altoon helmet arrived already this week. So he is on a roll with winning prizes. Boom. Here we go. 5 from Anthony, Darren, Thomas Roseman, Devin, Jet Set Fool, and Green Bean Jets fan. Shout out to Green Bean. I was watching his program last night. Double the raffle entries for the Lup Man. He is in the Asmaniac raffle for 10.
Show me the money.
Show me the money! Money.
Dilrod, DLB 1 Jet Arm, Cranky Yankee, Gonorrhea by Allen, Red and Black, Beast Loves Joey, Stonefish, all receiving a channel membership. Strong take from Joshua. This show is better without Bobby. Now let's get Beast out of here. Bobby is boycotting the show, or he's too afraid to show his face after disappointing the entire Asmaniac faithful by pulling out of attending the draft party. just days before. At least that's my theory. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, get close to your screen. Get close to your phone because it's time for an up-close and personal take on the state of the Jets.
I got my Iron UJ. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, what's up, David?
Hey, I'd like to say you have an all-star lineup of Asmaniacs, who I'm proud to be an Asmaniac, and there are significant others tonight. They're all stars. I think the two superstars are going to be Mr. Charles Gorman and Mr. Bonesy.
I think it's
And
going to be a great night, David.
yeah, my question is, and I think I know the answer, but will Mr. Bonesy be walking in with Alden shoes?
Oh, I mean, is water wet?
Yeah, I know it was dumb, but because I know he plays basketball and they don't have sneakers there. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of dumb, but I thought maybe I'd make you laugh a little bit. So, but the one question, my buddy up in PA, usually puts a Jets bet in for me, through Vegas, and they're at 5.5 right now, and he contacted me about it, and I'm not ready to pull the trigger. I want to see what we do in the draft, and then have you experts analyze everything. But we'll see. I don't know.
Who's your final prediction, David? You think it's going to be Warren?
You know what? I do. I mean, Membo's in play, but honestly, I do think it's going to be Warren, which is my hope. I hope. Penn State proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, David T.
I got my Iron UJ. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We'll be live after the Jets pick tonight, and then I'm going to be live for all of night 2 and all of day 3. So tonight I'm going to enjoy the draft party with everyone who's coming out. We got close to 200 people that purchased tickets that are going to be there. I'll be live for part of the draft after the Jets make their selection. Depending on what happens, maybe I'll do a late night show, but I'm going to be live during the day around this time tomorrow and live tomorrow night. So watch the draft with me and your fellow Asmaniacs. Dylan Terraman's going to co-host with me tomorrow night. He's a draft guru. So he's the guy that I think people are going to love to hear from tomorrow night. We'll be joined by a bunch of your favorite Jet people on the channel over the next few days. All our regulars and some special surprise guests are in the works as well. Comments, questions, super chats. Last chance to get in here. I'm going to stay on. Reminder that all memberships are doubled. All super chats are doubled for the raffle. You have a chance to win the following 5 prizes. Just added this, a signed Joe Namath jersey to go with a signed DeBrickashaw Ferguson helmet, signed Curtis Martin Hall of Fame inscription helmet, signed Aaron Glenn helmet, signed Justin Fields helmet. Those are the top prizes in this week's Asmaniac raffle. Luppy says, tonight will be epic. Can't wait to meet everyone. Let's go, Luppy. I appreciate you. All right. More of your calls right now. Pork of the morning. What do you got for us, Pork?
Hey, Jake, you know who I'm picking? Tyler Warren right
Warren,
there.
man.
Penn
Hey,
State proud.
the last time they took a Penn State player in the first round, it worked out pretty good a year ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a Penn State alumnus, so, I'm diehard Penn State. Tyler Warren is going to be the X factor in this offense. I have no doubt that, if we pick him, And I think, he's going to be unlocked. And I'm going out there saying that we'll win 10 games, but that's my prediction. I am more of a optimistic Jets fan. I'm always looking forward to the future and staying positive, And on that note, Beast doesn't know this, but I'm going to be in Chicago in a couple weeks. I'm going to be up where he's around. So, and tonight at the draft party, I'll be at Rockies in Memphis playing darts, but I'll be, right next to the TV watching it. So,
you'll be there in spirit like Beast will be.
Well, yeah, and I'll be wearing this shirt and the hat, and let's go Jets, guys. Have a great night.
We're waiting for a bus right now. We're waiting for the 385, and I'm about to go get myself a slice of gold. Mamma mia, gotta get me some pizza tonight. Oh yeah.
Thank you, Beast. All right, more of your calls right now. Rich is on the line. Hello, Southern Jet.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm thinking because you said the theme is who's going in the first. Because we have Fields and they made the announcement that they're going to, use his legs, and let him be a quarterback, but we know he's a runner. So, you got the offensive tackle, whether it's Membo or the smoke that's coming for the other guy out of Texas now. You've been hearing that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether that's smoke or real.
I think Kelvin Banks is in play. I do.
Okay. And I think it's either him or Warren because both of them help a running quarterback. A tight end who can catch and be a safety valve, but also block, and an offensive tackle. My main feeling of the first round, though, is, and I've been thinking about this for a while, is that I think the first round is going to be dictated by Genty. I think where he goes or where he falls will dictate a lot of moves. If somebody might move up above Vegas because they think Vegas might take him, that's going to start the first drum roll. And then if he gets past Vegas and goes to us, then that starts the second drum roll. If we say, do we move down? Accumulate some picks because there's going to be that people are going to come up if he falls to us. Like, there's going to be Broncos, Cowboys. They all want him. So I think the key to the draft is Genty as far as moves up and down for many teams.
Unless he goes 5 to Jacksonville, and then
I said that in the beginning. Unless he goes early, But if he gets to Vegas, and they don't take him, we're going to see, or Vegas trades out too. Vegas could, if Vegas doesn't want Genty, could they trade down below us?
Could they? Sure. Yeah. I mean,
there's nobody that they're associated with that totally in love with, right? I've just read Genty and if one of the stars drops, but everybody says that, We're saying it about the defensive tackle from Michigan. If he everybody says that.
Which seems possible. Like I see multiple avenues where he is there. And my big thing is, Rich, what do the Jets do if Membo, Graham, and Warren are all there? We will truly find out.
I'll take Graham.
How they view these players and what BPA is. You would take Graham?
Yeah, and here's why. I looked up the Broncos' last 5 drafts, and they've taken a linebacker in every draft in the first, second, or third round, and it's so linebacker heavy, their drafts, and that's where our GM got his schooling, and linebacker, in the middle of the field, plug and big linebackers, defensive tackles. So I think there have been write-ups that he could play linebacker.
Mason Graham?
Yeah, there's been write-ups that said that kind of like a hybrid moving on. You know how they move a defensive tackle off the line as how they gap them?
I don't know if I want to take a guy that I want, like, he's got to be next to Quinnen, absorbing double teams and being a game wrecker up front. I don't want a guy. They have linebackers. They just paid Sherwood a ton of money, and they have.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying it's a high. He'd be a hybrid. I'm not saying he'd be a linebacker. I'm just saying that the Broncos took interior linebackers, defensive tackles, and they took running backs.
I don't think it's a linebacker. That's like interior defensive lineman. We're just talking about.
No, I know. It was middle. What I meant to say is somebody. I read an article that said that Graham could be moved back a gap, not a linebacker, but you've seen how they move guys back a gap. But no, I would. If he drops to us, it's going to be a tough decision. But I believe this: if Graham does drop to us at 7, we're going to get a hell of a trade package offered to us.
Yeah, if Graham is there at 7, I would hope that they can move out and get some picks. Let the Niners come up and take them.
Now that I think about it, if Graham does fall to us at 7, do you take Warren or Membo, or do you take a king's ransom?
Trade.
Yeah, because what would you think? It would probably be maybe a 1 next year.
Well, it depends on the team that's coming up. I don't know if you're going to get a 1 for any player in this draft, unless it's a team so desperate for a quarterback that they'll do whatever. It doesn't feel like that is the year. I think if you wanted to make a deal, right? The Jets are at 7, the Niners are at 11. Say the Niners won Mason Graham, which would make sense for them. The Niners have a boatload of picks. They have 11 picks, including pick 43, which is one after the Jets, pick 75, which is their 3rd rounder, a second 3rd rounder, which is a compensatory pick they have, pick 100, 4th round pick is 113. If they offered me one of their 3rds and they have 2 fits, one of their fits, I would move back from 7 to 11 in a second for that return.
Okay, that's what that's my hope. Then I hope Graham drops to us. We get a king's ransom. Here's the other thing I wanted to ask you. We got 2 6s, and we picking. What are we picking in the 2nd round? We're picking
42.
10, yeah, 42. So I would like to move up to the top of the 2nd round to get that guy that everybody wants and covets. Because if we take Warren, then we get the best offensive lineman on day 2 or defensive tackle. If we take Membo, we get the best tight end that fell through the cracks or wide receiver on day 2. I would like a move up to the top of the 2nd round. It seems like when people move up on that day 2, it usually works out.
I have no issue if they were aggressive and they moved up. I think it's a lot easier to move up if they do what we were talking about at the start of this, trade back from 7 so they have extra picks to then use to go up and get someone that probably has a 1st round grade that slipped out of round 1 and they can come up and get that player.
Who do you think gets the bigger king's ransom? Is it Graham or Genty if they falls to us?
That's a good question. It might be Genty just because a contending team might think they're a Genty away from getting over the top. Is it Denver though? Like Denver could use a running back. Would they be that aggressive and call up Muji and see if they could come up to get him?
I know they're going running back. I know that.
Sean Payton has traded up, I think, 4 times since he's been a head coach. But
when I looked at that draft, their last 4 drafts, Jake, just to see what they did, they're never picking near the top. It's rare. I mean, they do a lot of wheeling and dealing. You're right. And Genty, Ram, Carter, no way he drops, right?
No chance. If Carter's there, I mean, just take him. Done. Problem solved.
Because you never know. There's going to be a surprise.
There is. I just don't think the surprise starts till pick 4 and beyond. Like, I don't think it's a lock. Campbell goes forward in New England. They could take Membo there or Banks.
Do you think Genty or Graham could fall to us?
Yes,
at 7?
I think one of them is on the board when the Jets are picking tonight, and I'm hoping that means they can trade back.
Then that's a trade. Then with you got those 2, you have to say, look, there's tight ends in the draft. We'll figure it out. We got it. This team's not going to the Super Bowl next year. We got to get it. You don't always get a chance to get a king's ransom.
But like when you say king's ransom, Rich, like to me, a king's ransom is like when you're talking about getting 1st round picks. I don't really see a path how they're getting a future 1. And maybe you could get a 2nd from someone. That's a pretty good return.
Well, you'll get a first. You'll at least get a second. You'll get a
You're
second.
swapping ones with whatever team you're making the deal with, and then you're getting additional picks. So I would hope that the top pick you'd get, depending on the team, you hope it's at least a second-round pick in an ideal scenario.
I don't have the Jimmy Johnson trade chart, but I think if Denver moved up from 21,
Denver probably would be a first next year, but I doubt they're going to do that.
That's what I meant.
I would be
That's what I was
surprised if
gonna
they
say.
traded their one next year, considering they went a while without having a first-round pick because they were recovering from the Russell Wilson deal. I don't think they're now going to trade away a future one to get a running back.
Would you take a 2 and a 3 instead of a 1?
In a second.
That's what I'm getting at. Because the trade chart would show second and third coming all the way down from 21.
Yeah, if they offer me a 2 and a 3 and we move back from 7 to 20, and I still could take Colston Loveland there, Ted McMillan, Matthew Golden, Emeka Ibuka, or maybe one of the offensive linemen is still there for the Jets. Gray Zabel could be in that spot.
Yeah.
I'll take him, play AVT at tackle for a year. Zabel's my guard. Like, there's so many options if they could pull off that type of deal.
I think we just figured out this freaking draft, buddy.
It's fun to talk about, but now you need these teams to actually call the Jets and want to move on.
No, I know.
It's easier said than done.
Denver's going to get a running back from somebody. I don't know how.
They could just stay at 21 and take Hampton, though. They don't have to move up.
He ain't going 21.
You think he's gone before?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, maybe they just wait till day 2 then.
Or they could just move up to somebody else to get Hampton.
Yeah, they don't need to necessarily come up to 7. And first off, if Genty's gone, forget them moving up for a running back.
And half the teams in the league have Hampton rated over Genty anyway.
They might. I don't know. I think Genty's the best running back in the draft, but we'll see.
I think I probably think he is, but I like Hampton better. But that's because I've seen him play every week. But
That's
right. And there's prejudice in that. Look at Ricky. Ricky and I would like a team of all Tar Heels and Seminoles, right?
You're not wrong. I mean, Ricky does love himself some Florida State players. Good call, Rich. Appreciate you.
Yep. Adios.
I'm Ricky, New York, and I love to smoke. Florida State, I really love Florida State. Jordan Travis, you know it's from Florida State. At any rate, I call into smoking debate. Florida State, I really love Florida State. At any rate, thanks for taking my call, Jake.
Hell yeah. All right, here we go. Devin is in the Asmaniac raffle for 10. He gifted 5 memberships. It's double today, people. Double the fun. I think that guy.
I know, right?
Yeah, baby. All right. A-Roll Streams, Ripple Dunk, Petey, Truman Dumo, Mike the Less, all receiving a channel membership. How about this? Metro Funny dropping a 50 burger on the people. Buy a drink for Mr. Bonesy, the champ tonight. Well, I'll lift the curtain a little bit. We have 2 specialty drinks at the party tonight. And I called up Bonesy and they said, hey, I want to name one of the signature cocktails after you for winning Asmaniac Madness. And Bonesy goes, I don't like liquor. I only drink beer. So if you name a drink after me, everyone's going to be buying me that drink, and I don't want to make people sad. So the Bonesy drink of choice is going to be our 3 green beers that we have on the menu tonight. Jet Fuel. So buy Bonesy some Jet Fuel, and Metro Funny, I will buy Bonesy a drink with your super chat, my man. Thank you very much. And you're in the raffle for 20. Because we're doubling all super chats and memberships for the raffle. I just added a new prize for those tuning in late. Namath autographed jersey with certificate of authentication. Justin Fields helmet. Aaron Glenn helmet. Martin helmet. DeBrickashaw helmet. More prizes to come. I'm going to make this the biggest raffle that we've done all throughout the weekend because I'm going to be live for 20 hours this weekend for the draft. Nate wants to know, are there specific raffles for tonight's event? Nate, I'm glad you asked. Maybe you're setting me up to tease this again. 17 prizes and counting for the raffle tonight. Signed Sauce Gardner jersey. Signed Joe Klecko jersey. Signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. Signed Nick Mangold jersey. Signed Garrett Wilson photo. Signed Wesley Walker photo. Signed Sean Ellis photo. Aaron Glenn jersey. Signed Brees Hall trading card. Signed Aaron Glenn trading card. Signed Chad Pennington trading card. Signed CJ Mosley card. Signed Quincy Williams card. Signed Jermaine Johnson card. Signed Emerson Boozer helmet. 4-pack of tickets to a Yankee game of your choice. 4-pack of tickets to a Jet home game. Working on some other tickets as well. That is 17 prizes if you're keeping track. If you want in on that, you're already in if you bought a ticket. That's why it asks for your email and your name when you buy a ticket to the party tonight. So I could put together the list of names, put it in our usual random name generator, and then I'm going to be on the mic announcing raffle winners. We'll do a bunch around 7:30. We'll do some on the 8 o'clock hour. We'll do some on the 9 o'clock hour. The goal is to hopefully have all the prizes distributed right around by the time the Jets pick, which I'm guessing is going to be like 9. Because you know they're going to drag it on the first hour or so. They'll make Tennessee use all 10 minutes, even though we've known for months they're going Cam Ward. So automatically, you know, Tennessee is not picking a player until 8:15 because the draft won't open probably till like 8:05 officially. We still have tickets available if you want in. I added some this morning. I took away a couple of the tables and just turned them into general admission tickets. So we got more space if you want. Purple Belt Mike is in the Asmaniac raffle for 10. Yeah, baby. Let's go, PBM. Sound the alarm. Bo C has gifted 10 memberships. Bo, your Darrell Revis autograph photo that you won on Monday will, in fact, be sent out later today.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
Bo is in our raffle for 20. He gifted 10 memberships. Let me get to the names of 10. Really appreciate everyone supporting the show today. It's great to see the vibes high for the draft. Raymond Santiago, Brandon Frey, 100 mile per hour, Dion, Jackson White, all receiving channel memberships. Plus, G-Man the Prophet, Anthony G, Geraldo, Double O Jet Fan, getting a membership. Dominic D'Angelo gifted 1. That is 2. Dominic, you're in. Nabdeep, who's coming to the party tonight, gifted 5. That's really 10. Let's go. Keep them coming. Everyone needs a membership. Turn them on, and you got a chance to win a membership.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
Let's go. All right, 5 more names I'm going to read off here. Craig M., Sonny, Donovan Coleman, Mark Levine, Nate, all getting a membership. Oh, baby, it is not stopping. We're going for records today on draft day. Double the fun. Papa Jet in the Asmaniac raffle for 20. He gifted 10 memberships.
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships too.
Hey.
The hell with it.
Here we go. These are from Papa Jet. Effin' Jets for Life. Sack Dance 99. J29ENJ. Jojo. Danner. Bomani UFG. Ryan Hawk. Demarcher C4. Sebastian Diaz. All receiving a channel membership. I got 5 more names to read. Eric Kelly gifted 5. He's in the raffle for 10. Are you kidding me? It is a membership explosion. Shirts off, everybody. Here we go. I got 5 more names to read. Shout out to you, Eric. These are from Eric Kelly, if you hear your name called. Joseph Webb, Chris Palmero, Bob DiMucci, Aaron Cooper, all receiving a channel membership. Keep them coming here. You double the fun in the raffle if you gift. Gaming with Chris says, wish I could be there tonight for the party, but live in Orlando, Florida, and can't make it. Warren, no matter what, let's go Jets. My question for those who want Warren, and I like Warren. I had no issue if they take him. How would you feel about Membu or Kelvin Banks? Would you be disappointed? To me, I'm only going to be disappointed if they take a defensive player. And while I don't want Graham, I can't be mad at it. If they take Jahdae Barrett, if they take Jalen Walker, if they take Mykel Williams, if they take any of the other names that have been floated out there in the last couple of days, that will infuriate me. But I'm good with a lineman, and I'm good with Warren. I am. My preference remains trade back if possible. Maybe they can. I have some doubts on the possibilities of that, but we can't rule it out. Late night in the raffle for 5. Let's go. Sound the alarms. Here we go. $10 memberships or 5 memberships gifted. I always mess this up. Double the fun. 10 raffle entries. Ill Will, Cheeky Peaks, Kevin Lewis, DD, all receiving a channel membership. Jetaholic. Here we go, folks. He says, can we please be fun for once and draft Warren? Better not be Barron at 7. LOL. Wish I lived closer to be at the draft party. Nonetheless, Please go with Warren, Membo, or even Banks tonight. Have fun, y'all. Amen. Jenna Hawk, appreciate you. Jimbo, in our raffle for 10 with this $20 super chat. Can't wait later. Going to be a blast. Jake, thoughts? Trade down using second to move back into the first for OT tight end, depending on first pick. I am all about it. I always want to caution people, though. These scenarios are fun to discuss. They very rarely happen. This is not draft day where Kevin Costner's like, I want my picks back. I'm going to go bang Jennifer Gardner in a closet at the Browns facility. Like, that's not how this works. All right, I don't know what Darren Muji's going to be doing during the draft. I'd imagine he's not going to be able to do what Kevin Costner pulled off in the movie Draft Day in 2014. That won't happen. Would I like them to trade back, and then if there's someone they like, the covet move back in the round one? No question about it. I have my doubts. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope they can move around. Let me just make sure I didn't miss a super chat. We got a ton that came in. I think we're caught up. All right. Keep it coming here. Raffle entries, all of it. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the line right now is someone that I would say at times is a beloved caller. Other times I would say he's a detested caller. Sometimes I think he is a confusing caller. Ladies and gentlemen, JJ and his legs are up next. Hello, JJ.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? I am calling in to let y'all know I just took a power nap. I'm ready for the draft party tonight. I'm drinking at least one, maybe half a beer at most. I'm having no shots, but I'm going to have a good time. I can't wait. I can't wait. I've been doing squats. I've been doing calf raises. My legs are looking good. They're going to be able to hold up my scrawny little body. I can't wait, man. Jake, it's Tyler Warren or bust. It's Mason Graham or bust. You know what? Let's go get Travis Hunter. Why don't we move up? Why don't we do something crazy? You know?
Get the fuck out. Thank you for the time, JJ. Travis Hunter, are you nuts? They're not trading up for Travis Hunter.
I don't know, man. It's draft day, man. Let's go do something crazy. Let's go shock the world, you know?
All right,
but
you want Travis Hunter? Are you giving Cleveland your one next year when you might need a quarterback?
We won't need a Jay, come on, let's not do this today. Let's not argue today. We don't need a quarterback.
So if you want Travis Hunter, you'll trade next year's one because that's what it's going to take to get him if you're going to try and move up from 7 to 2 to get him.
Well, I already told you Justin Fields is our quarterback of the future, so we don't need a quarterback next year.
So if you want Hunter, you have no problem trading away next year's first round pick, which many believe, if it doesn't work with Fields, is going to be used on their quarterback.
Well, I don't really necessarily want Hunter. That was more so just saying it. However, if Travis Hunter is still available at like 4, then
New England's not making a deal with you.
It's a new regime. We don't have any bad blood with this new regime. Bill Belichick's gone. You never know. We can. Hey, man, you were supposed to come coach us, and now you went to New England. Let's make amends. Let's talk to us. What you want for number 4? What you want? But either way, I don't really care who we get. I'm just excited to get to go out and hang out with you guys and see all you lovely people in person. I'm mostly looking forward to. The reason I was sleeping is because I'm getting ready to get on the big fella's bed later. Pause. So I was just practicing for that. Pause. But yeah, man. So last prediction. Who do you think we're taking tonight?
If Graham is there, Graham. I hope it's Warren. I think it's going to be Membo, if that makes sense.
So if Graham is there, we take Graham. You really want Tyler Warren, but
I'm good with
odds
Membo.
Are okay. I feel like we can get a right tackle in the second round, man. Let's get a splash. Let's get somebody who's gonna work magic on that bed with big fella.
You and big fella are gonna lay belly to belly next to each other tonight. How does that make you feel?
I'm gonna lay back to belly with big fella on that bed. I don't know if he's gonna be okay with that. All right, don't get me a harassment suit on this show. But yeah, man, can't wait. Tyler Warren or bus. Peace.
You get the out.
Thank you, JJ. All right. Where do we go from there? Ladies and gentlemen, how about this? Peter Eugene M. Castro is in the Asmaniac raffle for 40. Sound the alarm. Holy Chiefs fan. Can you believe it? Whoa.
What up?
Whoa. Family show. Membu. Whoever Waltern and Graham. Who's Waltern? I believe he means Warren, perhaps. Peter, I got you. You're in for 40 entries in our next Asmaniac raffle. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I am manifesting jet greatness tonight by wearing the Gardner Wilson 2022 Rookie of the Year shirt. All right. Last chance to get in here. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. I want people to load up the calls. I've added more draft tickets because I just got 3 separate people asking if there's tickets available. There are. Your ticket includes entry in the raffle automatically, so I'll put your name in. And your ticket includes a complimentary beer, wine, and seltzer. Let's say hello to Johnny Boy, who's next. What's up, Johnny?
Yo, what up, Jake?
What's up, Johnny? What do you got for us?
Hey, just wanted to ask you, who do you think is the first team to do a trade in the draft tonight?
You know, there's a lot of talk of Chicago maybe moving up to try and get Genty. I think they're a team that could go from 10 to 5 with Jacksonville, maybe. And maybe that's part of the reason why there's some Jacksonville hype. You know, maybe they're trying to get a team to take the bait and move up. I think the Raiders would like to move back, I've been hearing. If their player is not there, maybe their player is Genty, though, so I don't know how true that is. I honestly, I hope the first team that moves back today is our team. Hopefully they can move out of 7.
100%. I'm on the same boat. So you don't think you think the Patriots are going to stick and pick at where they're at 4?
I think so because they want to get a lineman. The question I have is everyone's connecting him to Will Campbell. What if they think he's a guard? Are they really going to take a guard at 4? I mean, Vrabel said that he thinks he's a tackle. Is that smokescreen or is that real?
So no thoughts that maybe they're in the market for a running back?
I don't think New England would take a running back that high.
Yeah. All right. That's intriguing. Yeah, I wanted to get what you thought and your thoughts in regards to who's going to be the first team to trade in the draft tonight. That's what I'm excited about the draft tonight, man. Look, at the end of the day, whoever wears that green and white tonight is a Jet. Was root for them, and hope that they succeed and continue to succeed with this as well. So, Jake, appreciate you, man, and just remember, man, I believe in Joe Hendry. Peace,
Johnny. Thank you very much. Let's make sure we're caught up here. I think we are. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Appreciate all of you tuned into the show. All right, I'm going to extend the show a little bit while longer because we got a bunch of people on the line, and this is the one show I'm doing today ahead of the draft tonight. So what I'm going to do right now is throw to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, rapid fire through more of your calls and get people more entries in our raffle. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Back in a few. Go Jets, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Robert C. is on the line. Hey, Robert, did you brush your hair with a vacuum?
It just puffs up like they say.
Your hair looks amazing.
Yeah, we got the house remodeled. It's all different. The walls got painted. Whoa, living on a prayer. They asked me to sing Living on a Prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Okay.
Bravo, Robert C. That was a tremendous call. Robert C. has called back in. Hey, Robert.
Hi, Jake. I'm decorating my house, and I haven't been able to call in a while. I just wanted to say hi because it's been too long, calling in. But the house, I'll show you my house.
Where's Tammy, Robert?
I don't know. Tammy, say hi. Yeah.
You want to sing more Bon Jovi for us?
I don't know. Yeah, halfway there. Sorry, I didn't write much material because I just threw this together.
Thank you for the call, Robert. Thank you very much. Robert C. called it twice. What a show. Gator, man. Try explaining the show to someone who doesn't watch the show. Kyle says the fact that Gator has so many wigs laying around his house is awesome.
Why do I want a coach whose fan base wants his head on a pike? Let me finish, okay? Are you...
You know what time it is?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody. Let's do some more rowers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move that body up that floor. Right, left. Let's go. Come on. Pick that up. Let's get some arms going. Get some stretches going. Come on. 9, 10. Come on, baby. Yeah, you can move your body. Come on, everybody. Get up and do some exercises. Let's go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I feel great. Come on, let's get some of that up there. What are you laughing at, B-Man? Pick those arms up, kid. Come on, what are you, a whipper, man? I'll give you that first, son.
Shit, that wasn't B-Mac. That was Kev.
Let's get bucked in like a monkey. Come on, girls, you guys can do this. 6.
Really?
Let's see if you guys can do it. Come on, pick it up. This muscle helps strengthen the muscle.
I'm feeling the burn. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, now the other side. Come on. Man, I feel good.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
I'm eating. Beast, you can't out-exercise a bad diet, bro.
You have to look good. You gotta be lean. You gotta be mean.
You gotta have some weights in there.
You wanna be scary, don't you?
No, right? It's doing the air.
Have this. Have this. Next caller, let's go. Let's get Bobby Midnight in here. Let's bring him in here. Hey, yo, let's move and groove. Let's move and groove, shall we? Move your ass. Let's go. 1.
Get your movement. Get your ass up. Get
Great job, Beast. Way to inspire people to get healthy on a Saturday.
And this is my nanny, babysitter, assistant, helper lady.
Hello.
Morgan.
Hello.
She goes to Oklahoma.
Morgan, how long have you been a nanny to Decker?
3 years. Since 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
You and Gary's wife have done a great job because there's no way Decker turned out the way she did because of Gary. I'm just catching up on some of the comments here, and this is for everyone. You know who you are.
Calm your freaky down.
Just saying. Eric says, good thing Jake didn't put Bobby on. Could you imagine? Some of these comments, man. Jake, you don't want to read the comments. Oh, it's true. I can't even read these comments, man. You guys are terrible. Gary, what are your thoughts on everyone seemingly being a big fan of your nanny?
She's fantastic. She's the best.
She is. That she is.
Yeah.
Thank you for the time. Gary's nanny needs her own emoji. This chat is going wild today, folks. All right. This is for all of you.
I like good-looking chicks in that family. Wow.
Bobby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Things are about to get crazy here on the Jake Asman Show. Calm your freaky down. Sometimes we try, but that freaky just take us over.
Give him some of your loving voice.
Oh, yeah, hide them kids. Again, leave your damn freaky down. Too you sexy.
you gotta chill, man. Richard Todd is watching the show in delay, says, just saw Gary's nanny. Interesting. What's so interesting about it? Top Cat says we need Scott to normalize the chat again.
The Jets?
Yeah, they could beat the Patriots.
You come into this house and bring up the Jets? Do you know how much disappointment I have had to live with from the Jets?
You've lived with disappointment? Are you serious?
I haven't enjoyed a football season since 1969. Maybe 98 when Parcells was the coach for years.
Get out of here.
That was good too. But that's it.
Understand, tonight is awful in here. Awful. I saw this on the schedule, Jets during the Christmas holiday. I took 4 Canadian aspirin with a little bit of codeine in it, just enough to give you that pop. Little 8% codeine never hurt anybody.
Yeah, baby, we're back. Draft day is here. You can feel the magic in the air. Buy your tickets. If you haven't, I have a message to share from Fireman Ed. He says, going to be an awesome night. We can't lose at the draft. Come meet me, Fireman Ed, and your favorite Asmaniacs tonight. It's going down at Clinton Hall in New York City. The Knicks game will be on. Tip-off for the Knicks is at 7. That's when our party officially starts. At 7, you'll be able to show up and get your drink voucher that is included with your ticket purchase. We'll start doing the raffle around 7:30 for some of the prizes. So it's going to be wild. Get ready. Get excited. Jets Johnny's excited. He's next. What's up, Jets Johnny?
Brother, how you doing?
What's up, Jets Johnny? How we feeling?
Damn, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. I just wanted to chime in real quick to say I hope everybody has fun tonight at the draft party. You know, I'm a little sad I can't go, a little jealous, but you know, I'll be hanging out with my man Richie down here. We're gonna be hanging out, smoking and debating for the draft. So you know,
Richie.
Shout out Richie NY. And you know, you already know how I feel, man. We gotta build that wall, solidify it, draft Armin Membu, don't overthink it. And that's really all I got, Jake. I hope you enjoyed tonight, man. Thank you for all you do for the community, for putting this on for everybody. You know, I hope I could call in tonight after we know who it is and what we do. And I'll give you, you know, my opinion on that. But I just hope we don't go quarterback. I hope we don't go defensive player. I don't really want Warren, but if we take him, he better be Gronkowski. And I'm going to put that 44 on, and I'm going to rock him. So you already know how we do, Jake. Jets, Jets. Love you, man. Peace.
Let's go, Jets Johnny, the man. From Jets Johnny to Jay Grow, who's next. What's up, Jay Grow?
You caught me just taking a sip of my tea. Cheers, everyone. You issued the challenge, and I accepted. I will see you tonight. I'm making the trip up from
Let's
South
go,
Carolina.
Jay Grow. I love it. So, I mean, how are you pulling this off? Right? Because correct me if I'm wrong. You are are you a teacher or assistant principal?
I'm a vice principal. I'm a vice principal, but it's spring break this week, so I'm off.
Perfect. That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm working from home today. Getting done.
Did you get a ticket yet, Jay Grow?
I got my ticket.
All right. I love that. I will make sure that we get you in that raffle tonight, man. Hopefully you come away with some prizes.
That would be awesome. I am totally looking forward to this draft. I don't know enough to say whether we need to go tight end or offensive line first. But whoever they have ranked higher, man, just go the other way in the second round, and we should be good to go. I was encouraged by seeing that Malachi Corley's been bulking up a little bit. Like maybe he can do something a little bit more than he did last year in his second year. We'll see. But I still think we need another wide receiver for sure. So you know, that's definitely what I'm looking at for day 2. So I think, like you, I'm looking to go offense for the first 3 picks. I don't want to hear about, unless we get blown away by someone who wants to trade up because there's someone who dropped. But even then, if we're accumulating more picks, I still want the first couple rounds to be focused on the offense. So
100%. Look, to me, and I've made this point a lot, I'm not saying their defense is a finished product. There's obviously some areas they could add more depth. They could add another safety. Defensive tackle, to me, is a need. But if that's their biggest need, you're pretty good shape. Like, you have really good players on defense. Your coach is a defensive guy. Your veteran defensive coordinator is considered one of the best in the league at what he does. If that's not enough to get this defense to be respectable next year and go all in to try and help Justin Fields be your guy that you think he could be, I don't know what it will take. Like, to me, the focus should be offense. You need tight ends, receivers, offensive tackle. You could address that with your 3 picks in the top 73. And I have Dom C's draft guide up right now. I'm looking at where he has defensive tackles. There's 17 players that he has at the defensive tackle spot that have a fourth round grade or under. And then he has, 1, 2, 3, 4 players that have fifth round grades, right? Fifth round grade would be day 3. So using that logic, you could find a really good defensive tackle that's going to be there probably as a third or fourth round grade on day 3, because you're not going to have 20 defensive tackles go before the 4th round. It's not going to happen. So you just play the board. Like you address offense, and you'll be able to fit your defensive tackle need with your 4th round pick. That's how I would approach it.
Amen. And I totally, I understand the philosophy. I'm trying to see both sides. I understand the philosophy. You're only one injury away from, next man up and needing the best, and that's why a lot of times you draft the best available player. And if you look at like when we took McDonald and you say, oh, well, why did we do that? And then all of a sudden Johnson gets injured and McDonald ends up having, the stellar year. So sometimes it does work out that way where you get a guy and it's not necessarily a huge need. But in this case, where our cupboard is as bare as they have left it, you need a tight end at this point.
Agreed.
You need an offensive lineman at this point. So, in terms of the number 2 wideout, that's a work in progress. But unless we trade down, I don't know that he's there in the first round. So it's got to be second or third round for wide receiver.
Now, Jager, are you bringing anyone tonight? Because if you want to, I would be happy to comp you an extra ticket, because you're going out of your way to be there, and I'd love for you to take someone if you have anyone you want to bring.
You are a mensch. I've lived down in this area for 20 years, and I do have some Jets fans up, that I reached out to in North Jersey. Didn't work out. The wife is not up for it, so I'm flying solo.
Hey,
I'm flying
all
solo.
good, man.
Living down here, I really do appreciate the offer. Living down here, though, it's like I've been a lone guy on an island. I mean, this is heavy Eagles country, and it's not quite as bad now as it was when I first moved down here. I literally moved down here right after the Jets fired Pete Carroll and brought in Rich Kotite.
Oh my
so
God.
It was like the worst time to be a Jets fan down here. So, but I lived through that, and I lived through the Kotite era. I lived through the Gase era, and we are ready to get on the upswing. So this is the start of that.
Love it. Well, Jager, I'll see you tonight, man. It's awesome that you're making the trip. Can't wait to meet you in person.
All right, likewise. I'll be the guy in the Jets hat. See you then.
Love it. Jager, check it in. I'll be the guy in the Jets hat too. Or the Asmaniac hat. Who knows what I'm wearing? JYB, what a gentleman. Can't make it tonight, but a drink on me, Jake. JYB, you are the man, my friend. We'll get you in the raffle for 20 with this doubled membership. Let's go. Let's go. I'm giving him the alarms. Let's go. All right, if you're watching live right now, here's what we're going to do. Click the like button and be subscribed to the channel. You can't get a gifted membership if you're not subscribed. I'm going to gift 5 memberships right now. If you get one, I'm not entering myself in my own raffle. All right? If you get one, you're in the raffle, which has Joe Namath signed jersey now added to the additional 4 prizes. So I'm going to count to 10. And when I hit 10, 5 memberships are going to be bestowed on the Asmaniac community. Sound good to everyone? Good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 raffle entries have just been gifted. Let's find out who got them as soon as YouTube will tell me who, in fact, got them. In the meantime, while we wait, I'm going to play this.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Here we go. Here are the people who got memberships from yours truly. Michael Napolitano, Dennis Garcia, Fitted Kolak, Ralph Q, Tommy Caricia, all receiving a channel membership. They're in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. Boom. All right, here we go. More calls right now. Philly Noodles. Hello, Philly.
Oh, what's up, man?
What's up, Philly?
I got some crazy news. I'm headed to see you tonight.
No, you're not.
No, I'm kidding. Come on. North Carolina.
Why would you do that to us? Get out of here.
You get the
f*** out. Terrible. What are we doing? Beast, what do you think that was? What do you make of that?
And we're here at Graziano's. We're getting some pizza here. Ooh, yeah. Freedoms in week.
Pizza, gabagool. What do you got over there? Who is it? Greaseman.
Hey, what's up, Gabagool? Hey,
Gabagool. What's going on? Beef breaker.
been busy lately. Just taking some pictures here, having a little bit of fun, waiting for my slice of pizza to come in. It should be about 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, it's a rough connection for Beast.
It's tough. Anytime he
Oh,
leaves the
man.
attic now, the connection is just brutal. Beast, try a different web browser. That's what it worked for Bonesy. Maybe that's your issue too.
Just gotta go a little Safari on him. Microsoft Edge.
True.
Yeah, you know what? I would be, dude. Would you be like shocked if at 4 they were like, "Nah, not Will Campbell. We'll take Membu," and they
Wouldn't
just
be
drop
shocked
us
at all.
over, right? Like I'd be like, "Oh no!" I swear, if they did that, I would be. I would say maybe you could just take Warren at 7, but I'd rather trade down at that moment if they did that. Honestly,
Well,
so serious.
I just wonder what their I just wonder what their board looks like, because I think there's a scenario where Membu, Warren, and Graham are all there at 7, and then I want to know what they would do. I think they might take
think it's
Graham. That's
Membu.
why I hope it's either Membu or Warren.
Mhm.
It's not that I don't like Graham. I just think he duplicates what we have in Quinn, and there's a better use of resources to play the board and
Yeah.
get a DT later and address offense early.
Well, you know what? You didn't hear any like crazy amounts of visits with Graham. You didn't hear anything in the news. I doubt it. I think they'd rather, honestly, if he was, if them two were there, like if Membu wasn't there and there was Warren and Graham was gone for some weird reason,
Yeah.
they'd probably be more scheduled to take like Jalen Walker before you take Mason Graham. If Graham was, you know what I mean? If Graham was there and Jalen Walker was there, they'd probably take Walker, I think, instead. Just for the edge presence. But honestly,
Nate says, why is having another Quinn in the bed? It's not, but Quinn wasn't Quinn until like his 3rd or 4th year. And I just think they need more players on offense. And like I personally have a similar view of like the level of player Membu and Warren are to Graham. Like I don't look at Graham as like this generational player. Like I don't know. I don't see. I think he'll be a good player, but I think the other players that we're talking about on offense are going to be good players too, and they fit more of what I believe they need right now.
it's just like you said, it took Quinnen those 3 years, solid years, to get like great. And it's not to say you can't develop, but it's like, man, like they just picked up a veteran, a great veteran, Nadi, yeah, like they picked up players where you could just like rely on Quinnen, let the scheme work and fit its way in. I would not take Graham. I think that's overextending yourself. This is the first time though I could say, like, in the first 3 rounds, if we go offense, I would be happy in years. Like I would be actually happy. Like I've never said that before. Usually I'm like, give me a defensive player. If you just mix and match.
Give me the O,
But I
baby.
would-
Some want the D. I want the O tonight.
We want the O. We never want the D.
All right.
Let's put that-
I want an O explosion.
Hey, you might get one, bro. First three picks. Jaden Higgins, round 2. That's it. O face for everybody.
I'm in.
Jaden Higgins. round
I'll
2.
give you an O face if they take Higgins, man. I'm all about it. All right, I'm gonna go like this. Here's my O face if you catch my drift. Oh. Philly,
Round
thank you for
3,
the time.
Mason Taylor, if he's available. I'd say Ferguson is like your last ditch effort because I don't think they would take Fanning, which I like the kid Fanning, but I think he might be a stretch.
More
Round
of
3.
your calls, shall we? Let's say hello to a man on the mean streets of New York City. Nate Nate is on the bike. Hello, Nate.
Jake, good morning. Oh, buddy! Did you see it? Did you fucking see that guy?
Oh my God!
Oh, he almost took a body out live on the Jake Asman show.
Nate says if Graham is Quinn in 2.0 and they think Warren and Member are Blatt. Yeah, like if they think Graham is that good, they're going to take him. Like if he's clearly their best player on their board, which is possible, they might just take him. I wouldn't be shocked. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's a bad pick because that'd be unfair. I just would hope that they see maybe the forest through the trees a little bit. Like, what's the better way to navigate the board? The strength of the draft is defensive tackle. You desperately need offensive tackle you desperately need a weapon. It thins out very quick if you don't do it early. That's my point. Dan the Jet Fan has gifted a membership. Dan the Jet Fan has gifted another membership. That's 4 raffle entries for 2 gifted memberships. Everything is double on this show. Take advantage if you want in on the raffle. Our top prizes: signed Joe Namath jersey, signed DeBrickashaw Ferguson helmet, signed Curtis Martin Hall of Fame helmet, signed Aaron Glenn helmet, signed Justin Fields helmet. All up for grabs this weekend as we're live covering the NFL draft. Comments, questions, super chats cut the line. Mike D's Nuts wants to know how many lunches for Beast. Before we get the answer to that question, Mike, I want you to know that the next time you gift a membership, a brand new D's Nuts video has officially been created by one Gator McCluskey. Ladies and gentlemen, for the answer to this question, we bring on the Beast. Beast, how many lunches have you had today?
I'm just waiting for one right now. We're waiting 30 minutes for the pizza. I was told by the cooks over here, so we just gotta wait. Patience. Remember, wait.
Who are the cooks?
They're in the back here. This is This is the place I'm at. I'm at Graziano's Pizzeria.
Is it named after Dan Graziano, noted Aaron Rodgers hater?
No, that's something different. Something different. That's a different name, different approach. Not to be rude. And I'm just waiting for a slice of pizza, and then I take it with me. Then I got some laundry to go take care of, and then I'm gonna have a little fun. And plus, I'm gonna take some pictures while I'm out here. You know, go take some pictures. And tonight, may our boys get the win. Strike first, strike hard. No mercy for the weak. That's how you play. That's how you know. Yeah, right, Nate. You're a New York kid. Graziano's is right across the street here on 87th. You're on 57 New York, so good night. Gotta go eat. Hey, just Johnny, have a nice day, and go get your sandwich, kid. Thank you very much, and got ladies in here. Not to be rude. You know, so it's got to be respectful to the elderly here. Let's be wise. You know, award wise. Let's just treat our elders with respect. No, I didn't. Miss Roseanne, I'm not going to met you today. I'm in a. So please, for the love of Jesus Christ. I know it's funny. Need to be respectful, or if you're going to be. Thank you. Bye.
You look at me, Rick Kent. You're officially barred from seeing my guinea pig. I don't want you sending me to the hole anymore. I hate your guts, and I know you hate mine, but get over it. What you said to my guinea pig was disgraceful. You're barred. Don't ever put me in the hole again. Leave me alone. Go parade around somewhere in your underwear, you moron.
Ladies and gentlemen, final couple calls here on an extended program. Dan, Super Chat, goes first. Percentage chance Jets trade up late in the round 1. 10? I don't see it. I unless they trade back first, I don't see them trading up and giving away assets when they need picks. I'd be shocked. On the Gusbuster hotline right now is one of the greats who will be at our event later. He has the job of picking up Charles Eugene N. Gorman and making sure that he arrives to and from this party later safely. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine. Hello, Nick.
What's up, buddy? So not only will I be transporting Charles Gorman, I was just texted moments ago. I will be in possession of and transporting, for the first time ever, the chicken soup recipe. It will be in my hand. It is on the Gorman table waiting for me.
I need some of your mama's chicken soup.
It's going to be a great day. I don't even care who we pick anymore, Jake. I don't even care who we pick. That's how big this is.
This is a monumental moment.
People have demanded it. Lowski has screamed about it. I shall deliver. It will be there today.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't bought a draft party ticket yet, your chance to get the official Gorman chicken soup recipe is on the line. Let's go, Nick. Let's go.
I have a surprise for you. We are out to eat already. We got Jay Graves here.
Hey. Jay Graves. Jay Graves. Oh no, Nick Shine's got that Beast Breaker Wi-Fi right now.
I went into. That's why I stepped outside. I'm sorry. I'm in the pizza.
Let's go, Nick. We love it. Tell everyone we say hello.
All right,
and
sorry.
we'll see you in a few short hours.
That's why I came outside to call you. I knew it would get bad inside.
You're good. I'll talk to you in a bit. All right, Nick.
Later, buddy. I'll see you soon.
You get the out. Nick Shine in the house tonight with a who's who of Asmaniacs. You got Jay Graves. We got Weed the People there. We got Knobcraft. Mike says, I'm on the phone, so I can't gift. All good, Mike. Don't worry. We'll save it for the next time you're in front of the computer. Genergy says, see everyone in T-minus 6 hours. Let's go. Let's go. I just got the confirmation from the venue that the audio system I requested will be in place. Having to explain. So there's this guy named Mr. Bonesy, and he won a tournament of being the best caller on a Jet YouTube show, and we have a trophy, and we have to do a ceremony for him. Not the easiest thing to try and explain, but it's happening. Some say it's very tough to explain anytime this guy calls into the show. And, well, I would typically agree with that.
It's Chiefs fan. Guess what? I'm still looking for a job, bitches. It's Chiefs fan. I'm just going to rub my hands together all day. It's Chiefs fan. There's a whole lot of DNA on this couch. Let's hear it for Chiefs fan. Look, it's my dead neighbor that I didn't kill.
Yo, what up, Jake? Fully recovered. Don't need
Wow. Hey, go like this. Give me a Mikey Midnight. Put your hands up, baby. Yeah.
I only have to wear this if I'm at work and heavy lifting. So yeah, that's what he told me.
So when you're at Denny's and you're doing what you do, you put that on?
Yeah, because I sometimes we work together. I sometimes grab all the stuff off the table, and I need that for support.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm happy. I've been busy enjoying life. That's why I haven't been calling in that much. It's that time of the year where it's 75, 80 degrees. Get out and walk. I need to drop 31 pounds by the end of the year. That's my goal.
All right, so here's what you should do right now. Give us some jumping jacks.
I'm good on that.
What do you mean? I'll do them with you.
Jake, I only got like 3 hours sleep last night, but I'm
So
still.
you can't do a jumping jack? Come on.
I'll do one, but I gotta take
Let's
the
go.
headphone
Do
off.
one. I need multiple. Let's go.
All
Give
right.
it to me, Cheats fan. Give it to me, Cheats fan. Let's go. All right, you want to lose weight? Get off your fat ass and lose weight.
I'm
Let's
tired.
go.
I thought I was supposed to go into work today, but they told me I wasn't.
Why not?
Because they scheduled me for the double shift on a weekend. I said I'll take a double shift if they want me. And by double shift, I mean 8 a.m. all the way until midnight. Since no one wants to do that.
You're gonna work 8 a.m. to midnight when?
On Sunday.
All right.
I basically was able to do my get the hours for early in the get the hours for the afternoon on Saturday, and get the morning shift so I don't miss the draft on Friday night.
What do you think about the draft tonight, Cheats fan? Who are the Jets taking?
I'd rather you guys trade back. From what I've been hearing, it's offensive lineman. I know you guys want Warren, but like there was a news article I was reading earlier. If I can find it. that had you guys taking the linebacker out of Georgia. I can't remember the name. Let me double check.
Jalen Walker. Next.
Yeah, thank you. There was that one. And I just hope you guys, if you do trade back, you get some compensation. But if I highly agree with you trying to get a first, a second, and a third, or a first, a second, and a fourth. If you have someone in the 20s or the late 20s want to trade up and see their guy. And then if you have more draft picks, you could leverage back into the second round or leverage.
Do you hear that, Chiefs fan?
What?
It's Mikey Midnight music.
Hello, I'm Mikey. I'm Bobby's little bro. Have you seen Jake Graves? She's so beautiful. I love my boy Jake, but not in a gay way. I am so happy. I'm not gonna touch anything, I promise.
Mikey! 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 Ah. We tried, folks. We tried. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D's Nuts just gifted a channel membership. Instead of one, it is actually two, which means it is time to debut this.
Thank you, Mike D's Nuts.
Is this Mike D's Nuts?
These gift memberships are on fire.
Gator sent me that, and I said, sure, why not? Mike D's Nuts is in the raffle for two. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps our last caller, unless anyone else calls in here. Last chance. Double the memberships on the show today. PBM up next. What's up,
Yo,
Mike?
What's up, baby? Let's go, Jets! Woo! Let's go, draft party! This is the jersey, baby.
I love it. The Revis Pro Bowl jersey. Hell yeah.
This is actually an authentic one. This isn't one of those Chinese jump-offs. This is the last authentic jersey I've ever bought.
Hell
Love this
yeah.
one. It's got this patch over here. Ah, shit, I can't. Whatever. We'll see you later. Let's go, baby. Let's go!
Yeah, Mike. Let's go. See you tonight. Can't wait. Indy Jets. He has gifted a channel membership. He is in the raffle with this for two. Let's see who got the Stephen Rice got the membership from Indy D's Nuts. Your membership went to Admiral Mighty Buffoon. Let's go, man. We've had 160 channel members. Can we get the 200 before the show ends, or is that asking for too much? 200 would be nuts. All right, more of your calls here. As long as people keep calling in, I will stay on. Only show on the day till the draft. Then we're live after the Jets make their pick later. Coach B, what do you got for us?
Hey, Jake, how's it going? Long-time watcher / listener, first time calling in. I'm excited for tonight. I have a wild take. I think I'm going to get crucified for this take. I think the one guy that's going to be like a generational player in this draft is going to be Abdul Carter. In my mind, dude, I think we go full like Mike Ditka and Ricky Williams situation. Just give up a bunch of capital, go up, and let's just take Carter, dude. I think he's going to be like an all-pro, 10-time Pro Bowler. I think he's like the guy that, like if JJ goes down again, like we could have a guy that's just going to wreak havoc in the backfield, you know? Like I know it's a crazy take, but I don't know. We're going to stay with Warren or
They just have too many
Mambu,
needs,
but-
though, Coach. That's the thing, and like you'd be giving up like next year's first to do that. You know, like if you're gonna make that move, you put yourself in a spot where even if you have a great player on defense, if Fields is not your guy, you're gonna need a quarterback next year, and then you're kind of screwed from being able to have the resources to get one if you make that kind of move.
I don't know. I just could see a situation, God forbid, like JJ goes down or Will goes down, and like if we had like someone like that that's just getting like 15 plus sacks, you know, sack fumbles, like forcing bad throws, you know, so
I
Sauce
think he's
can
a
make
great
picks.
player.
I just know the
I agree. I think he's
Yeah.
the best player in the draft. I just don't think it fits where the Jets are at right now to do that. If they had a quarterback in place, if we knew more about how great the coaching staff was, like there's just too many unknowns. It's too risky to do that in a draft where you're in a spot to get a really good player at 7 that's going to fill a huge need for you, assuming they go tackle or tight end there.
Yeah, I think the pragmatic pick is Mambu, but I would like Warren or even Graham. But who do you think is going to be like for sure? Like if you had a bet, who you think we're going to take at 7?
I struggle with this because I think Graham could be there and they might take him. If he's off the board, I think they would take Membu. I'm hoping they take Warren.
Yeah, if it's that corner from Texas, I'm gonna be, like you said in the previous shows, I'm gonna lose all faith immediately. I just don't see why that would be the pick. But it seems like that has a lot of legs right now and all the rumors. Hopefully it's not that, but I'm hoping Membu big time. I want to solidify the offensive line.
Hey man, I'm with you. I don't think it's gonna be Barron. I do find it particularly interesting that he's a player that's even being talked about though, because it doesn't fit.
Weird.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
They don't need a corner.
No, definitely. Well, thanks, Jake. Go Jets.
Coach B, appreciate you, man. All right, I'm not going to play the theme. I'm just going to hope we can hear him this time. Get right to it. Mikey, are you there? Mikey. Mikey, midnight. Mikey. 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 Are you there? Mikey, are you there? There's two of you somehow. There's one real.
Jake, you hear me, Jake? Oh, Jake. You hear me, Jake? Wait a minute.
He gone. It's amazing. How come Bobby never calls it anymore? Unbelievable. Mike D's nuts. Is that you on the line? What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, Jake?
What's up, man?
No, man. First and foremost, hope you guys have a great night tonight, man. Looks like it's gonna be a blast. I wish I could make it down there.
We wish you were coming too, man. I got to say this too. The weather looks absolutely incredible for everyone making the trip.
Yeah, it's nice up here. It's already in the 70s, man. I was just sitting outside for my lunch, so I just wanted to call because I gifted that one membership, and some little dickhead in the comments was like, "Oh, Mikey72 was like, oh, he must be a real heavy gifter because I only gifted one." You know, maybe this guy's new here and just joined the channel, so maybe he should do his damn research.
Amen. When it comes to gifting memberships, Mike D's nuts is one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, he's probably some new guy who just came in here, so he should probably pipe down a little bit.
Hell yeah, get his ass, baby.
So that's all I really had to say because I had to defend myself from some, rando.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. Here's what I have to say to that rando.
You get the fuck out.
Nobody comes after Mike D's nuts. Nobody. These nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you haven't. What are we at right now? Likewise, we're at 299. Who's gonna be like? Oh, nope. There it is. 303. All right. I will stay on a little while longer. Last show before the NFL draft. Can you believe it? Mikey, are you there? Mikey. Mikey. Mikey.
You get the fuck out.
That answers our question. Ladies and gentlemen, JYB 50 bomb. Let's go. Bang! Bang! Have you seen the odds on sportsbooks? Plus 230 Membo, plus 330 Warren, plus 380 Graham. Graham is a good bet. Plus 380. That is if you believe he's there. And he might be the best player there if he makes it. I don't want Graham. I will not hate on the pick. I just prefer an offensive player. JYB, your $50 super chat normally is 10. Today, 20 raffle entry. Bang! Bang! Australian Jets fan, how is the United States of America, baby?
It'd be better if this line wasn't so long.
What are you trying to get through customs right now?
Yeah.
This is
I've
incredible.
never seen a line this big in my life. Not to get through customs.
Welcome to America.
Wow. Is this just what it's like every time you try to get into the country from overseas?
It depends on the time of day. I've traveled outside the country and haven't had to wait always that long.
I didn't. But then again, like because you're obviously an American citizen, it's probably not as long of a wait the line for American citizens.
I
Whereas
don't know if
there is
that's
a,
true.
you don't think so?
Yeah, I think everyone goes to the same customs line.
Nah, this is a tourist line only.
Oh.
Yeah, this thing is. I just hope I make it out of here in time for the draft party.
You'll
This
be
thing is
you'll be
nuts.
okay.
The only time I've ever seen a line longer than this was at Travis Scott.
Where did you see Travis Scott in Australia?
Yeah, in Melbourne at he performed at Marvel Stadium, which is like one of the big football stadiums we have there. It's like has like 60,000 seats, and then obviously the whole field as well. He had people, but like our fields are massive there, like way bigger than a NFL field.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're gonna get through this line. You're gonna make it through America. Have you mapped out your plan here? Where you're staying at a hotel? Where?
I'm staying at a friend's place in Hell's Kitchen.
Okay. So what you need to do is get on. Are you gonna take the subway?
Probably.
Okay. So from JFK, follow the signs to the subway. You'll be able to get there. All right. It'll be nice and easy. You're gonna be looking for the F train. I'm pretty sure.
The F train.
All right.
Yeah.
The F or the E
Sounds
will
great.
do the trick.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as well when they play NFL in Australia. I don't know if you've seen the field that they're playing on, but like I'm interested to see if they're going to bring like seats in on the ground because like the field is so big that there's a lot of space in between the seats and the actual proportions of an NFL field.
Correct. Also, another option for you, Mike, is right. You can take the air train from the JFK where you are to Jamaica, and then you just get on either the Long Island Railroad or the subway. There's just follow the signs. You'll see there.
Yeah, I've got options. I've got options. I'm excited. I'm excited for some pizza later, and I'm excited to see who the Jets pick.
Love it. AJF, welcome to America, buddy.
Cheers.
New Q, buy a couple Yoo-hoos for the under 21 club. New Q, you're the man. Bang! 10 raffle entries. We're doubling everything. New Q super chat here. Incredible. What a call. All right, anyone else? Last chance here. Who are the Jets taking? Write in the comment right now. Who are they taking at 7? Let's see if you're right. Right. Give me a name. I read it off. Rapid fire. If you're one of the, let's see how many people are watching live right now. 315 people. Player Jets take at 7. Dominic. Tyler Warren. Paganardi. Membu. New Q. Membu. Allen. Graham. John Love. Warren. Cactus Johnny. Trade back. David. Warren. Mike. Shador Sanders. That'd be stunning. Boomtown, Vontae Mack, no matter what. Ron Verb, Genti, Mario Warren, Roseanne, Membu. Rich, Stack, Gator, Ham Sandwich, Chalupa Batman Meat, Salem Warren, PA, Trade Back, Purple Belt, Banks, Tyler Shuck, JK, shoot me if they take Shuck at 7. Mac, Sanders, Mike Roch, thank you, Nate. Jackson Dart, big fella. Dixon Hall, Warren, Membu, Warren. Who we taking at 7? Go. Mikey, who we taking at 7?
Warren.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hell yeah, we can. Mikey officially on the record saying Warren. Boomtown, Bo Callahan or nuts. Or Bo Callahan is a bust. He might be. No one went to his birthday party. Boomtown, a lot of picks off the board. Purple Belt Mikey, Mecca Ibuka. Derek, Membu, good O-line makes for a good offense. Mr. Magoo, Kyle McCord. Are you nuts? Bang! Nate, Harry Balls. Thank you, Nate. Christopher, Warren Membu. Allen, Screech Powers. Blitz BK, Membu. Philly Noodles, Jalen Walker. That could be a wild card. I don't like that pick at all, but it could be a wild card. Boomtown says Membu's the pick. Barbarossa, Bobby Beasley. Don't tell Beastbreaker. Hell yeah. What a show. I want to thank all of you who are a part of this. Bino wants to know, are we doing a live draft party cam? I'm not personally going to have a live draft party cam, but I will be live from the party after the pick. But given the amount of people coming, we will have video of people's reactions to the pick. Someone's going to film it on their phone. And if you're coming to the party tonight, take as much videos as you can, much pictures as you can. I'll have a professional photographer there for part of the night to get some really good photos of everyone. And then I'm going to send everything I can to Mr. Gator McCluskey for him to do a little epic recap video. So if you're coming tonight, have a great time. I'll see you guys in a few short hours. Can you believe it? Philly Noodles. Anyone who gets us past 4 wins. Oh, the bar's pretty low for that. Love it. All right. Thank you all. Sincerely. Can't wait. If you do want to come to the party, I added more tickets this morning. So you still have time. Get your ticket. You get a drink included, and you're in the raffle. But I want to get all the names for the raffle together. So if you're coming, lock in your spot. On that note, thank you all for watching. Let's hope the Jets get this right. Because quite frankly, if they get it wrong, that's not good. Nobody wants that. No one wants to see that. So I'll talk to you guys soon. And I end the show with a message. Dixon Hole to the New York Jets at pick number 7. See you guys tonight. Let's go, baby. Thank you all for your support.
Hello, Jake.
Hey, Lane. How are you?
Great. Do you see the Jets possibly drafting, was it Dixon?
Dixon?
Yeah.
Who's Dixon?
He's out of college. Dixon Hall.
I'm actually not familiar with Dixon Hall. What position does he play?
QB.
So Dixon Hall, quarterback.
Yeah.
Do you think that Dixon Hall would be a good pick by the Jets?
Yeah.
I'm going to look into Dixon Hall, but your scouting acumen speaks for itself. All right, Dixon Hall to the Jets. Let's start the campaign, people.
Dixon Hall. It's almost like Knoble.
Yeah, but Knoble ended up being a great find by you. You were ahead of the curve.
Well, I did find that he got into an accident with his estranged girlfriend.
That's right.
I'm going into a house. He's alive. The 27 pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select Dixon Hall out of Arizona State. What am I, a mind reader? Like, I know every player. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
To the late trade.
Hey, Jameis, would you come to the Jets? They might need a quarterback. Yeah. Jets, Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, our exclusive interview with now friend of the show, Jameis Winston.
We're here with Charles Gorman. Charles, you're about to get into your Uber, which I called for you specifically to leave Don Jose Mexican restaurant. Give us the breakdown on the night. Did you have fun?
I had a good time. People were very nice. The food is good. I'm sorry I couldn't stay for long. My parents wanted me to be home at a certain time. I know I'm a grown-ass man, but their house, their rules. I was just like, if you guys want to, do something like this, I'll try to come to it. Anyways, have a good day and stay healthy and God bless.
Charles, thank you for the time.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes. Charles Gorman, everybody. One of one. A legend of our time. Go Jets. God bless America.
So, guys, it looks like Glenn, another defensive coordinator without head coaching experience.
Great.
Was that a fart?
Excuse me.
I can taste it on my tongue.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.